Welcome to Armchair Expert. I'm Dax Shepard. I'm joined by Monica Padman.
Hi.
Hi there. I wasn't looking at you in the eyes. Could you feel that?
Yeah, it felt really cold.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Let's try it again.
Okay.
Welcome to Armchair Expert. I'm Dax Shepard. I'm joined by Monica Lily Padman.
Hi.
Hi, good afternoon.
Hello.
Good morning.
Well, depending on the place in the world you are.
That's right. We have to account for everyone in every corner of the globe.
That's right.
Speaking of someone who is known around the globe, pretty good
ding,
segue.
Ding, ding. Really good ding, ding, ding.
Brooke Shields. Brooke Shields, of course, is an actor and a model. And above all that, a fucking icon, a certified icon. And she has a new movie out on Netflix called A Castle for Christmas. And we talk about that as well as her incredibly unique, interesting story.
Yeah, this was a great episode.
It was really, really fun. It exceeded my expectations by quite a bit. I really, really liked it. We have a limited run, 500 limited edition Marine Layer Armchair Expert sweatshirts. If you want to get one, they have hand-drawn artwork on them. You can hear about it more in the fact check, or you can just go buy one now. Go to armchairexpertpod.com and you can get a beautiful, beautiful blue Marine Layer Armchair Expert.
Hand-drawn by Dax Shepard.
Okay, please enjoy Brooke Shields. We get support from Quince.
So we've been talking about Quince a lot lately, and as we head into fall, it's the perfect time to reset your wardrobe with their amazing pieces. I think it's so fun to do when the seasons turn over to just spruce up your wardrobe with a couple specials, and Quince is the place.
Totally. We're talking organic cotton, Mongolian cashmere, tailored chinos from just $60. Premium fit and quality you'd expect from a luxury brand designer. I love Quince. You know, I like it understated and subtle, and I like stuff that has high quality. And Quince checks all those boxes.
I love a lot of stuff from Quince. Honestly, they have incredible premium denim, which is very important for fall. It's pretty much all I wear in the fall is denim. And Quince has such a good selection of quality denim. Their stuff is so versatile, timeless, and built to last that you just grab every single day without thinking.
Right. And all of that for 50 to 80% less than similar brands. They go direct to ethical factories, cut out the middlemen, so you get all that quality without overpaying for it.
We love that. And they do way more than clothes. They have bedding, cookware, bath essentials, travel must-haves, same deal, and great quality.
Upgrade your everyday. Download the Quince app for app-exclusive offers or go to quince.com/Dax. Get free shipping on your order and 365-day returns. Now available in Canada and the UK too. That's QUINCE.com/Dax. We get support from Apple Gift Card. Back to school is here, and for many, that means some big life transitions. Whether they are heading into a new grade or setting up a dorm for the first time, you want to give them something that actually supports their growth and success. Apple Gift Card is a versatile solution because it takes the guesswork out of gifting. It's not just about a new pair of AirPods for focus. It's about giving them the invaluable chance to choose the digital tools and subscriptions that suit their unique journey. They can use it for productivity apps on the App Store, movie nights on Apple TV, or extra iCloud storage for all those new memories. With Apple Gift Card, it's so empowering to give the students their freedom to allocate their own resources. Celebrate their new academic chapter. Visit applegiftcard.apple.com to celebrate their milestones and gift one today.
He's an armchair expert. He's an armchair expert. He's an armchair expert.
I saw you glance around, getting comfortable with your
love that.
surroundings. That's Monica as a baby.
That's me as a baby.
Can you even comprehend
on.
the cuteness that is that photo?
We have found it to have some healing powers with a few people, so we keep it up.
Absolutely.
Really sweet.
My childhood best friend from Michigan has a copy of that hanging in his living room.
Really?
Yeah, and he says, I stare at it sometimes and I think I might love this baby more than my own children. Will you hone in on the eyebrows real quick?
Yeah, I mean, I'm slightly jealous. It used to be my domain, but clearly it's not.
Actually, that's the best compliment I could ever get from anyone, ever.
Just had to pass the torch.
You thought you were the queen of the brows in 87, and guess what? Joke's on you.
major competition. I'm happy to hand you the torch.
Okay, so right away you got here and we started talking about this preposterous schedule you're on, right? So you
Right.
flew in late last night, you've
Yeah.
done press all day, and then you're going to take a red eye back to New York. So
Yes.
what that immediately makes me think of is the difference between my wife and I.
Okay.
Okay, so your husband's in show business as well, Chris.
Yes.
He's come up multiple times on this show because
He's
Dax
one of the
loves
best
him so
storytellers.
much.
We'll get into that.
Oh,
I've only had a couple meetings with him, and I almost remember every story he told because he's such a good storyteller. But do you fall into this pattern where my wife, when she has to go out of town, she wants to be with the kids, so she takes the last flight out and then the very first flight back
Yeah.
and makes herself miserable. And I lie and say I'm starting one day earlier than I am, and I go sit in a hotel and just sit there on a bed, and I'm so happy. So,
And enjoy your
Yeah.
freedom.
yes. So
no. And I'm FaceTiming them all the while. that I'm
right,
here.
right,
Yeah.
yeah.
So, and then I just can't wait to get back because it's a weekend and
Hey, how old are they?
18 an asshole.
Okay.
Uh-huh. So is that
okay,
15?
Perfect.
15? I picked it.
Wow, good job.
Yeah.
Yeah, she is 15. She's 15.
Yeah.
That's what she is 15.
Yeah.
I guess we have a similar age gap. We'll be hitting that sweet spot at the exact same time.
And you'll
virtually.
have two of them.
Yeah.
And it's fun.
Yeah.
So much fun. It's just, I mean, I just got this FaceTime. There's a dress that she wants to buy. And so she's FaceTiming me in the dress. And it's like this drama. And I'm trying to succinctly tell her what is the best plan of action to get said dress. And in case said dress doesn't fit
Yeah.
the same way, we can get another one, but we'll, like this whole thing. But I was laying it out. Then I get a text that says, I really don't appreciate the way you talk to me.
Okay.
I think that you talk to me like I am a child. And I'm like, okay.
Oh,
Well-
wow. You are my child.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's start there. You are my child.
They're so different. Are yours really different?
Oh my God, they're opposites.
Night and day.
Yeah.
Crazy. Same parents, same bodies,
Yeah.
Same house, they're getting all their nurturing in.
nurturing,
and
same. And it's
That's
just
so crazy.
it shines a light on how much genetically is going on with us, don't you think?
Exactly.
Now, we try to distance ourselves from these gender stereotypes, but I'm going to fucking double down on this one. So I think conventionally, girls are way easier as kids than boys. They potty train quicker. They learn to speak quicker. They learn to walk quicker. I mean, they're just
As little children,
Yeah.
you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. They're faster to their growth
Yes.
and their progress.
They communicate better. They're generally more cooperative. And then the whole scenario flips in the teen years. And then all of a sudden the boys that were like, you couldn't get them to fucking do anything, pull their
Right.
pants up. Now they're just like, they're not a pain in the ass.
I don't have boys, but when I think about boys and girls, I think that a boy at the same age will want to just take a vase, right, and just smash it,
Yeah.
just to see what it feels like when it hits the ground. Do you feel it? Like if you throw it hard, like what
Power. They want to be
They want
strong.
to feel
and-
that.
Yeah.
The girl will watch the scenario, stand next to the mother, and say, "Oh, was that valuable? Was that like an heirloom? Was that your mother? Oh,
Yeah.
Oh, what a shame. Probably can't be fixed." And you're like, "Oh my God, you're evil."
Yeah.
So they're ratcheting up the trauma that the broken vase has induced.
I think the hormones, like, you don't want to sort of blame things on it, but what's raging through their bodies is sometimes I just have to not respond.
Yeah.
I just have to sort of almost not even breathe,
Yeah.
wait for the storm to hit and then dissipate and then just move on.
That's right.
You-
Listen, you don't go outside and start cleaning up your yard after a tornado, mid-tornado.
No.
You wait till the whole thing's
You
passed.
wait.
You like double check.
Then
oh,
you're
yeah.
grateful for the tornado eventually.
Yeah.
It's taught you some stuff. Do they treat your husband different than you? Do you feel?
They're completely different. The way they react, the way they respond. It's also interesting to see because girls, I really do think, well, mine anyway, their dad is kind of their first love.
Yeah, of course. Right.
It's just, there's something in that.
It's special. It's like the greatest fucking thing on earth for me. I mean,
know.
yeah.
I mean, my girls tell me everything.
For better or worse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They don't, and it usually ends up with, don't tell dad.
Yeah, we'll see if that flips at all. Just because I have conventionally been the disciplinarian. I'm the one that's like,
Okay.
bedtime's this time. We don't eat a lot of sugar. I've
right,
kind of
right.
unfortunately taken that role.
Did you know you were going to take that role or did you just did that happen?
That's a great question. I don't think I had any expectations one way or another.
Okay.
I'm 6.5 years older than my little sister, and my mom worked and single mother. So I very much was part of raising that little girl, like diapers, the whole 9 yards. So I wasn't nervous. Like other parents are nervous. I'm like, oh, fuck, I did this at 7.
Right.
And Carly's alive. She's doing great. She's thriving. So I didn't have a lot of the anxiety, I think. And then that may have just kind of funneled in a lot of different directions.
Which is really great. I mean, Chris had to, with Rowan, I had really bad postpartum depression. So and my hands were like prize fighters, like after a loss.
Swollen.
Like just massively swollen.
Wow.
And so between depression and crying all the time and not even being able to hold the baby and trouble breastfeeding, it was like all that stuff. He had to sort of swoop in.
Yeah.
And he went from being like a guy who was like, oh, I'm going to break a baby, to like football hold on the phone with this, the rocking and just swooped in. And with the second child, I was absolutely fine. And so I was uber at it.
Yeah.
And we had very different relationships with
number 1 and 2.
Number 1 and 2. Like by the time when we got to Greer, the younger one, she just wanted to be back inside my womb.
Yeah.
And she would say, I want to be in Dale. a little old lady. Aww. And he just would say, like, she doesn't like me. She doesn't like me. I'm like, she's a month old. She doesn't not like you.
Can I guess something, though?
Yeah.
If you had to say, well, let's start with, do the children take after either of you? Don't tell me which.
Okay.
Personality-wise?
Right. So my guess is going to be that the firstborn is very much you and the secondborn is him.
So exactly.
Okay.
Except the firstborn looks more like him.
Right, but who gives a shit?
So that
personality, right?
Personality. The younger one, they're the same sign. They're Aries. And Rowan and I are so much more sort of similar in our approach to the world.
Mm-hmm. Because we have a great friend, a best friend, Amy, who pointed this out to us, and I really agree with it. And I've observed it in a bunch of other families, which is in their family, the oldest is very much like her, and the second is very much like him, and then they get along with each other the best. So like,
right.
So like our second is very much like Kristen, and I can talk to her. Like I can get through to her because I've been practicing for 15 years on Kristen.
Yeah.
So like the one that's like Chris, you just jive with because you have this kind of
it's a
format for it already.
That is a very good theory. I believe that Rowan has the same sense of humor. She's like her dad. Like we have the same sort of
playfulness.
And also we think the next thing that the other one's thinking much more so.
Right.
And it is, and that dynamic is very similar to Chris and
It's just a good flow.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
And it's funny because the younger one, I mean, the 15-year-old, she shocks me at times with her. I mean, she's like a social justice warrior, but she can take an argument and manipulate it. She can do something wrong and you'll apologize.
Yeah, good.
She's I would love her to be like a prosecutor or something because
she's gonna be a defense attorney. She's gonna get off all kinds of bad people.
Oh yeah, and you'll feel bad about even just bringing them into the courtroom. Like,
right.
We're sorry.
Yeah. For me, it's like been the funnest thing I've ever done.
I said I never regretted having children until I sent my first one to college.
Oh, yeah.
Because you're just like, oh, I didn't expect this kind of pain.
Be gutted.
I mean, gutted. It just seems like it's going to be forever.
Yeah, I should say something really positive right now, but I'm not. I'm going to be honest, which is like, it just gets less and less. Worse. They get a bigger and bigger life. And that's
ideally,
the trajectory. Yeah.
That's what you want.
Like you look at your own relationship, my own relationship with my parents, and it's like, I have a great one, and I think I'm a couple standard deviations above how often I talk to my mom. But at the same time, I have a very busy life now, and your kids will have busy lives, and that's this process, and it's brutal.
You don't really think about it. And also, I was so enmeshed with my mother. You know what I mean? Like, it was the two of us against the world. So that by the time I even went to college, I was terrified. I was like, I'd never been by myself. Yeah. I'd never been alone. It wasn't some relief that I felt.
Right, you weren't craving freedom or anything.
No, and all of a sudden, I thought, oh God, what have I gotten myself into? You know, and it obviously after a while, I adapted, but I watched it also sort of be the beginning of the end for her.
For your
You know,
mother.
yeah.
Uh-huh.
Like then I watched it and I saw, and she made a very conscious choice to not grab me back in when I would have gone.
Did your mother stay single while she was raising you?
Yeah.
So I had a bunch of stepdads, but there was a lot of periods where it was single and money was tight. So we were partners. Like
Right.
us 3 kids were partners with her. And I'll go a step further. She almost raised the husband she would have wanted.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
Like her
Yeah,
and
yeah.
we have an incredible relationship. I also recognize like I wanted her to be happy.
Right.
In a way that a husband's not going to. A husband's like autonomous. He
Right.
wants to do his fucking thing. I
Right.
just wanted to make her happy.
And I wanted to keep my mother alive. Like I just had to keep her alive.
Right. So that's why I want
Yeah.
to talk about taking on that role as a kid. And of course, you're not aware of it when you're taking it on. And then later down the line, maybe you're like, oh, yeah, I guess that was minimally abnormal, maybe.
At the very least, A, single mom, B, alcoholic.
Okay.
C, I was famous pretty quickly.
And she was an actress and a model herself.
Not an actress, modeled in the garment district.
Gotcha,
Like put the
gotcha.
dresses on.
Had desires to be a model. How about that?
I don't know what she had desires to do. Her main desire was to get out of Newark.
Okay.
And she got out of Newark, you
Yeah,
know,
yeah.
and I think she wanted to be somebody else. And so she, very poor, but would go to the thrift shops and get all the Poochie and fancy stuff that the rich ladies would just dump off at the whatever sale. And she fashioned herself this New York City fabulous, sort of a sex pot. She learned all the rules and all the manners. And so there was this sort of societal, I think, approval that she wanted.
Yeah.
Falls in love with my dad, who was of that world completely.
He was a Revlon executive.
He was Helena Rubinstein. Then he went into sort of executive headhunting. You know,
Oh,
they're
right,
placing
right.
executive positions in places like those companies.
Yeah.
And then they were divorced when I was 5 months old. So
Can we tell what seems like an insane story, which is his family offered her money
yeah,
to terminate the pregnancy, Monica?
Wow.
because it wasn't good for his social standing.
Sure.
Because they weren't married yet. And she took the money, which is the most gangster part.
Yeah.
And guess what?
She-
As we can
and-
see now talking to
Yeah.
Brooke, she didn't carry through with the plan.
Wow.
And she said, she did one of these things where she was like, I totally understand. And slid the envelope over.
Like,
Towards
say
her.
no more.
Yeah.
Yes,
Taken care
I
of.
hear you. I hear you. Yep. Which
Yeah.
is not a lie. She heard him.
And she understood what they wanted.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
And then she bought a table.
So they were never married.
They were married. So what happened was he went out of town thinking that this situation was going
handled,
to be handled
quote.
and taken
Yeah.
care of. And
Sure.
he came back a couple of months later, sniffing around again, you know, mister and whatever. She said she'd meet him. She met him and she was like out to here, pregnant.
Oh.
And he was like, Jesus Christ, oh my God. And then made her marry him like in City Hall.
Wow.
And
he cared that much about that label.
yeah, and I think she was completely in love with him.
Right,
And I
right.
think he was in love with her, but his mother died when he was like 18, I think. And my mom was older than my dad by like 9 years.
Oh my
wow.
goodness.
Yeah, in the 60s. And so
my.
there's something in there.
That's some Freudian shit, obviously.
For him.
Yeah,
Yeah,
for him.
Sure.
And for her to sort of be approved by him, that was sort of the society was going to welcome her and she was going to really get out of her roots, you know?
Yeah. So he must have been terribly young then.
He was just out of college practically. I mean, he was so beautiful.
Was he?
Like
Really?
ridiculous, you know? And she was like beep 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 beep.
Yeah.
Heat-seeking missile.
Yeah.
And they
I thought that was her backing up into him, which
Yeah,
also would work.
that would also
Either
work.
way. Yeah.
that I don't know, but
We
it's
don't- we're
very
not sure.
possible. She never felt like she was ever going to be good enough. So when he had another trip, she got divorced without even telling him.
Oh my goodness. So she left him.
She was like the "you can't fire me, I quit" person. So she
Yeah.
knew he wasn't going to want to be with her.
Yes.
Yeah.
So she didn't want to be left. You know, she wanted the upper hand.
Exactly.
So she will, that's the sort of cutting your nose off to spite your face kind of a,
Oh,
you know,
I've been
thing.
that way in the past.
We all are. We all are. We're trying to protect ourselves and
She always battled with that, where she was so smart, but not educated and held that.
Yeah.
Carried that.
Did either of her parents like covet status and social standing? Like, where did she get it from? Just on her own? Or
I think hers was really from the movies.
yeah.
Called them moving pictures, and she would sneak out and she would go into the moving pictures and she would, where they would have the periodicals and whatever's happening in the war and all that. And then she just lived in this fantasy world. And so she created herself.
Wow.
We think of Instagram as being this novel thing, but movies really from the get-go have been Instagram. They've been, they fuck you up.
Really fuck you up.
Yeah.
I mean, I have to tell you, I've lived in the fantasy world of movies since I could breathe. It was a very personal experience for me. When we moved out of the city, we would still go to these movie theaters and we would just go in one movie and go to the other one, then start over, finish it to the end, then wait till the beginning and then pick it up where we'd bring sandwiches in and we would go to the movies for hours.
Yeah.
And on the way home, I would sit in the back of the car, put my head sort of on the cold window, and I would redo the endings of the movies and I would insert myself in the movies. And this was even after I was an actress.
Right.
Really?
Psychotic.
That's
But no.
fascinating.
I can totally relate. I mean, I would be 9 riding my bicycle and it would cross my mind like, this is a cool shot. Like, I want music to be playing. Like, I had the wherewithal to go, like, I want my theme music to be popping on right now. And yes, even after getting behind the curtain,
Right.
I still have moments where I'm driving my car and it's like, yeah, like
This is a montage.
Put a 150 across the street, get me, and then put this song on.
Yeah.
Like, I still want to be in a movie.
I see things like steady cams, and I'll have whole scenarios in my head that I'll get so lost down the rabbit hole of them. And what'll happen is right before even any sort of situation that could be any kind of happy, sad, or whatever, I've played it out already. So sometimes by the time I get in there, I'm thinking, this is deja vu.
Right.
Like, it makes me a little nutty.
Yeah.
know?
Okay, you and Monica have a kind of a lot to bond on. So Monica, she saw Good Will Hunting and it infected her. And she saw it thousands of times and she would close her eyes in class and just watch.
No, not close my eyes. I could do it now. I probably have done it during some interviews where I'm just like staring, but I can watch the movie.
Wow.
And I can like be in it. And I had so many moments of, and yeah, maybe still do every now and then of like feeling transported into that space. But then I can click out of it now because I'm like, oh, that's me trying to escape. I know that
it's a
feeling
form of
now.
escape.
Yeah.
And then I'm just going to say too, both of you were virgins pretty late.
Yeah.
Oh.
So I think
That's
there might be
really
some weird.
interesting segue.
Well, it's not really. It's actually they're super related
Okay.
for Monica.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I'm now curious if they're related for you, which is she was very much living in this fantasy world for reasons because she had a whole story of why that wasn't going to happen in real life.
Right.
And so it existed there and it was so fertile that it was,
It was almost enough. It was enough.
It was enough.
Right.
Yeah.
Wow. I had the same but opposite.
Tell me.
I was so cut off from everything
Sexual.
because I was also the face. I was the cover girl.
Yeah.
I was,
Youngest
and then,
cover girl of Vogue ever.
and all of those things and those labels, the Lolita, and then somehow I became the most famous virgin. And it was just
That is crazy.
all too much to really try to even understand. So I didn't think about it.
Okay, how much do you trip out? You're just a dash older than me, but what's tripping me out so frequently lately is that I've lived through all these periods that I had no clue were so insane until I now see clips of stuff. And I'm like, oh my God. So we always talk about like, watch the Britney Spears documentary and to see like, oh yeah, we were just all cool with the fact that 300 men were fist fighting around her in a circle and that was cool. That was an assault. Also then every late night show's calling her a slut. 50-year-old men are asking if her boobs are real at 16. And you're like, what the fuck did we all live through? And then so today I had the moment of going through your stuff and I was like, oh my God, it's even deeper. Like it's even deeper back when I was a kid.
Yeah.
Are you not having the same like earth-shattering thing I'm having, which is like, oh my God.
Well, so, and I saw the Britney thing too. And I was just like, all of a sudden felt this complete urge to just go take care of her. And I was like, she needs to know me. She needs to talk to me. And I mean, I don't know her.
I had the same thing. I reached out to her on Instagram.
Oh, wow, okay.
Like, you need a real friend that doesn't want anything from you.
I know.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
it's like, and then you've heard people say that to you and you're like, okay, I don't really need, like, leave me alone. Like, I don't need to be saved. But,
I got this.
so I'm involved in a project now about me. That's all I'm allowed to say at the moment. But I've recently had to go back and look at all of my footage and appearances and Tonight shows and Barbara Walters and
That Barbara Walters interview is maddening.
Oh, with
It's-
Brittany?
No,
with
with Brooke.
me.
Oh, wow.
It's practically criminal.
It is. It is.
It is not journalism. And I just remember,
Oh,
I mean, there's one interview too, and I don't know who the interviewer is, but it's my mother and I.
Uh-huh.
And my mother couldn't do anything without a couple of pops or something, right?
Sure,
so she was
sure.
always drunk, right? So I could look at her face and know exactly. And they never wanted my answer, right? They never wanted the answer.
No.
They wanted their point of view.
Well, they had these competing narratives about you. One was you were being taken advantage of.
Right.
Well, but they would say you're overtly sexual and you're some sexual tigress.
Right.
And then also you're naive and you don't know what you're talking about when you answer. So it's like they give you some weird elevated status when you're in front of a camera, but then when you're on the couch, they're remembering you're 14 and now they're treating you like you're 1.
Right.
Like they couldn't figure out what they were trying to say about you.
No, and they were mad at themselves for not figuring it out and then taking it out on me.
Yes.
And there's 2 things that I saw recently because I've like painstakingly have to look at myself. But I watched this little sweet girl like stick up for her mom
Yeah.
in this way that there was one guy said something like, whatever the negative, it's negative, 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 negative. And you're just a blotchy faced, sloppy drunk. And,
Oh my
and you,
Oh.
and they were doing the thing where they say, well, it's been written that.
Oh, yeah. Some people will say
God.
you're prostituting your daughter.
Right. So,
Right.
so it leaves them out of it. And I interrupt him and I say, well, excuse me, but with regards to that, my mom has allergies. And you're just like, whoa, whoa, baby girl. Oh my God.
No
what
kid
a
should have to
sweet
be-
baby girl, And then other times, as I get a little bit older, you watch me say, no, that's not actually the way it was. And then they say, yeah, but come on. I mean, really. And you're okay, let me say it this way. No, that's not how it was. And then finally, I say at one point, look, I don't really think you want to know my answer.
Yeah, I saw
So
that. I like that.
This is my truth. And so, okay, I don't know how else you need me to say this.
That's the exact paradox. So all the heat generally, if I have the history correct, is that when you were 14 or 15, you did the Calvin Klein commercial. And she says in it, do you know what gets between me and my Calvins? Nothing. Some version of that.
Yep.
And the double entendre is that she's not wearing underwear.
Right.
And that's what adults are interpreting that as. But
Right.
Brooke in the spot had no clue that
Right. Yes.
which is fine and true. But then she would get in these interviews and they would go, you know what you were saying. And she would say, no, I didn't know.
Right.
And then, so they're giving her all this credit that you were super savvy and you knew exactly what you were saying. They're almost like mad at her.
All the controversy.
Yes,
Oh
all the
my
controversy.
God.
So they would say you're Machiavellian and now you're playing cute. You knew exactly what you were saying. So they discount what you told. And then they ask you a question and then they treat you like you're 12, that you wouldn't know anything. And it's like, make up your mind. Is she super savvy?
Right. There's one other, I think a Carson show that I did. And it was maybe the 3rd time I'd been on Carson or something like that. And he was always lovely to me. But he asks me, he says, if you were not an actress, what would you do? And I say something about, oh, I want to be a mom. And well, I mean, no. But I mean, seriously, like say tomorrow it just all stopped. And I'd say, well, I don't know. And he'd come, no, really, just say, like, you wake up and all of a sudden you're not famous and you're not an actress at all. And I looked at him and I said, wow, somebody really doesn't want me to be an actress. I was like, are you trying to tell me something?
Yeah.
Because I don't entertain that thought. Because
Why would you?
Yeah. Ask
You
what's he
know,
going to do
yeah.
if he's not a talk show host tomorrow?
I know.
Yeah, no one asks an architect, what are you going to do tomorrow if you're not? You're like, well, I am one. So
Right.
that's it.
Yeah, deal with it. I have to imagine from your point of view, it's so complicated. And we just had Drew Barrymore on, and her takeaway from her many experiences is so specific. And part of me loves it, which is like, yes, I shouldn't have been at Studio 54. No,
At
9-year-old
age
should
8,
be
yeah.
at Studio 54. And I loved it, and I wouldn't take any of it away. So what's really tricky is if you're exploring this topic, what you don't want to come across as saying is like either that you were somehow ungrateful or that it's also your life. What are you're going to take away your life? That was
Right.
your life. That was the one you
Right.
got. I'm not going to take away any of the shit that happened to me in my childhood.
Yeah.
It's weirdly kind of an unanswerable question because it was your only life you have.
Right. And the worst part about it too is now there's this, so you've got 2 daughters.
Oh,
Now,
yeah.
would you and you're just thinking, there is no way to answer this question
Yeah.
without it being a headline that they want, which is Brooke would never let her. And then you try to sort of say, well, times are different. And do I want to see my 11-year-old nude on on a movie? No, but
Yeah.
it's a different child. I'm a different person. And the
Yeah.
experience for me was not traumatic.
Right.
Mhm.
And that's the piece that people can't seem to wrap their minds around is that I didn't feel victimized or I wasn't traumatized.
Right.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
you were certainly traumatized, but not in the way that maybe they're accusing you of being. The fact that you have to go defend this bit of work you've done that's
Right.
become really popular in a manner as if you're on trial because you've committed a crime,
Right.
that is a traumatic experience for a 14-year-old or 15-year-old. To be on national television, someone's
12.
fucking grilling you.
12.
12.
Even. It was so interesting because I remember thinking, when I said I'm an actress, I also did a movie where I was killed. Why isn't people have a problem with that? You know what I mean? I understand sexuality
Yes.
is fraught,
Very
and I
loaded.
understand that.
Yeah.
Loaded, fraught, and layered. But it always shocked me that nobody ever had a problem if I played a killer. I remember when I had my first press conference post first term college,
Uh-huh.
and I was so excited to use bigger words and be more articulate in a different way. And I had taken psych courses and they were going to be proud of me.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah,
America's sweetheart was now smart.
You proved you have substance.
Yeah, they did not like it.
No.
And I
no.
watched their face and they were like, they in fact were doing what they were accusing other people. They were controlling me.
You weren't fitting their narrative
Nope.
either time.
No.
You were supposed to be Lolita, and you weren't. And then you were supposed to be a dingbat, and you weren't.
Right.
And can we postulate on what the anger was really about? I would argue that you represented, for women, the acknowledgement that men are fucking terrible, which we are, and they're attracted to youth, and we hate this about our society. Like, I think it might have somehow encapsulated something that people don't even know how to recognize they feel. Like, what is this thing where older men are preying on younger girls and like, oh, that's selling because men are shitheads like that. And I'm going to now take it out on you. You're the reason that my husband looked at that ad. You know, like, I
think it's that deep and I don't think they know it.
Yeah, I don't know why Barbara Walters is pissed at you. She's a fucking 20 Emmy winning, at that time, she's an institution. And yet she's clearly agitated by the situation. And you have to ask yourself, why would Barbara Walters be upset by this? I think we can explore these eras in a way that, like, I'm actually not trying to skewer Barbara Walters. She was also living in 1980.
Right.
And she was, God knows what the fuck she went through to be Barbara Walters.
I mean,
Right.
yeah.
As a journalist at that time. So, like, I don't bring any of this up to condemn any human being that was swimming around in the pond at that time.
Right.
But the fucking pond I want to talk about. Like, it was crazy.
Yeah. As a mom, was she taking the mom tactic? There's jealousy, there's anger. It's such a difficult thing to really decipher.
Yes. I mean, go further. Like, that ad worked, right? So the ad got pulled
Right.
immediately by a bunch of different places.
Right.
It was in headlines. It was on talk shows. The creative director of that ad said, if I don't become a topic on talk shows, I failed. So that was the mission.
And you were 12.
No, that was 15.
She was
okay.
a full,
The
full
movie-
15.
So old.
I was old, long in the tooth. I know the Pretty Baby was the first sort of firing squad that I.
She played a prostitute.
Yep.
Won the Palme
d'Or, yeah.
Yeah.
So that was probably to this day the best film I've ever been in, the most
Yeah.
beautiful and just the most extraordinary. And they were angry that we were depicting a true story.
Yeah.
Did you ever talk to Jodie Foster about this? Because I think she had a similar.
I don't really know her.
Yeah. She played in
Taxi driver.
Taxi Driver.
How
She was a
did
young girl.
Natalie avoid this?
Oh, so that's a great topic.
Yes, I
Yeah.
wanted to actually bring that up to you. Can we say one more thought on
Yeah.
that? I think there's another element that's like, so those creative people were intentional with what happened. It caused controversy.
Hmm. But there were multiple commercials, and they set out to disrupt the advertising world
Yeah.
Yeah.
and combine film and the photo, and have it be literary. They wanted literary references.
Oh, wow.
Shakespearean. They want science references with Darwin, and
Yeah. You say like Shakespeare is to the mind what Calvin is to the body or
Yeah.
something like that.
Exactly.
And there was a film director directing those, right? He had never
Yes.
done commercials.
No, well, it was Avedon who actually directed the commercials.
Okay.
But we had a cinematographer, and I mean, just the writers. It was all a very higher art concept caliber of people.
Yes.
Yeah.
And also overtly sexual with a 15-year-old there.
Absolutely. And the first time we did a minute-long commercial that was to play in movie theaters. And no one had ever played commercials in movie theaters. And they pulled it because they said, well, they didn't pull it entirely, but they said commercials will never be seen in movies.
Mm-hmm.
And now you can go half an hour.
You can't not see a commercial if you
Yeah.
go to the movies. Plus, this is capitalism. Those fucking jeans sold 400,000 pairs a week for a year after the commercial. So we have to acknowledge that, hate it or love it, that's also our system. It's right in your face. So whatever anger you might have about the system is there, that you're now the face of. There's like a lot of societal things happening that you are the only face of.
And the interesting thing was, it was supposed to be a 2-year contract. And I was signed to do the next campaign.
Mm-hmm.
And that didn't happen. And I came to realize, it was confirmed in a way, that the identification of me with the jeans was more so than
Calvin?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that
too much.
it almost backfired on them. It was as if people were coming in asking for the Brooke Shields jeans.
Yes.
And that was really not the goal.
Right.
So it was a,
Wow.
sort of a very fascinating journey that
But they put you in that position and then we're like, bye.
yeah.
No,
and I was like, I thought I did a good job.
Well, and obviously
Yeah.
did.
Yeah.
Stay tuned for more Armchair Expert, if you dare.
We are supported by Auto Trader. All right, if you've been putting off car shopping because it sounds like a whole thing, buying your car online on Auto Trader makes it way easier, really. You can shop tons of cars online, compare prices, check financing and trade-in options, all from wherever you are. And if you want to start online and go to the dealership for a test drive, you can do that too, really. What I like is the flexibility. Start online, finish at the dealer, or the other way around. Your info stays with you, so you're not starting the process from scratch. Plus, you're working with local dealer listings, so you've got real people helping behind the scenes. And when you're ready, you can pick up your car or have it delivered. Really. Buy your car online on Auto Trader. Really. This episode is sponsored by BetterHelp. You've heard us talk about BetterHelp for a while, but I don't know that we've ever talked about how much people love this service when they use it. BetterHelp has an average live therapy session rating of 4.9 out of 5 based on over 1.7 million client session reviews. And you can check out the reviews yourself at betterhelp.com/reviews to see how much they love BetterHelp. Knowing that kind of service feedback from real people speaks for itself. I'm a huge proponent of therapy, as we've talked about before. I've learned so many things about myself that I believe truly only an outside, objective person could help me come to. BetterHelp makes it easy to get started. Answer a few questions, get matched with a therapist based on your needs, and switch therapists at any time if it's not the right fit. See the reviews, see what stands out, and see if BetterHelp is right for you. Visit betterhelp.com/Dax. That's betterhelp.com/Dax.
Thank you to our presenting sponsor, HP, for supporting this episode. Parents, you've got enough on your back to school list right now. Ink cartridges do not need to be on it. They just don't. The HP Smart Tank printer uses a refillable ink tank and comes with up to 3 years of ink included. It's the last printer you'll ever need. To learn more, search HP Smart Tank.
This episode is supported by Helix. All right, let's talk about something we both really care deeply about: sleep.
It's the most important thing. I've had my Helix mattress for years now, and I genuinely think it's one of the best investments you can make for your home. Mine still feels just like it did when I first got it.
Well, that's the thing. It's not one of those mattresses that caves in after 6 months. These things are built to last. And, I'm a side sleeper. I ordered a side sleeper and I get hot, so I have cooling. And I can't tell you how much more comfortable it is to be in there not sweating and tossing and turning.
Cooling is really important. I've read that you're supposed to sleep a little bit cold. So I also have cooling. And they have over 20 models, so it's not a one-size-fits-all situation. You just go take their quiz and they match you to what actually works for your body.
Plus, they've got cooling upgrades, which heading into summer, non-negotiable.
Truly.
Go to helixsleep.com/armchair for 20% off. That's helixsleep.com/armchair for 20% off. Make sure you enter our show name after checkout so they know we sent you. helixsleep.com/armchair. Okay, so to bring up to speed on when we had Natalie on, there's this pretty well-worn trajectory of Mickey Mouse Club performers.
Oh.
Which is their sexuality is very much kept from them. It's
Right.
controlled and it's safe and they're not allowed to express it. So when they get out of the Mickey Mouse Club, there's these explosions of sexuality. It's happened with many of the performers.
Because Miley and with
Timberlake and Britney and Aguilera, they're reclaiming the sexuality that was kept from them by Disney.
Right.
And now Natalie's the opposite. She's what you went through, which is she's sexualized at 13. And then so she naturally goes the opposite direction. Right. So she keeps hers real quiet from then on. And then later in her life started going like, oh, was that a reaction? So what I think is insane about all those examples is like, we think our sexuality might be innate to us, but these factors have such a predictable outcome that clearly you're going to respond. So if you're overly sexualized as a kid, I think it's going to make you tighten up your sexuality and keep it to you, because it seems like everyone has a
Piece of it.
And an opinion about it and a knowledge of it. I shut it out and down and went so far the opposite way. And then it was easy because I was raised Catholic. So I could say
you could lean on that.
I could lean on that.
Yeah.
And that's why I'm waiting till marriage.
Yeah.
And that was what I said. And it was this sort of, well, it was an institution. And
It's a catch-all.
Yeah, and exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't have to explain very much.
No, just say Catholic Church, and anything weird you say after that, we're like, oh yeah, that sounds right.
Yep. And so I had this great justification and it was safe. And then there was this other thing that nobody wanted me to lose my virginity to them because it was too much pressure.
Right, because you were nationally known as being a virgin.
Right. I mean, she also went to Ivy League.
Yeah. So Brooke went to Princeton.
Yes, I did.
And Natalie went to Harvard.
She's just an interesting person to bring up because I remember looking at the trajectory of her career. And right after The Professional, I think one of the first things she did was Anne Frank on Broadway and took very smart, creative, thespian steps.
Yes.
And it seemed like somebody had a plan or was educating her, or maybe it was her, and wherever,
Yeah.
whatever
She's
it was.
so smart.
I was going to
so
say
who
she's
knows?
clearly brilliant.
Yeah.
And so that was interesting to me. And I remember looking at it thinking, that's the right way to do it.
That was the move.
That was the move. And so I think I didn't go to university to do that.
You've trained yourself not to say Princeton. Are you picking this up?
all the Ivy Leaguers can't.
Because it
they
alienates
refuse.
people. And you I know I'm busting you.
Okay.
It's like when assholes say they went to school in Boston.
In Boston or
Yeah,
New
yeah.
Jersey. I spoke at the commencement at Princeton, and one of the first things I said was like, don't say it like it's your middle name, like Brooke Princeton Shields. Like I'm like, don't be that much of an asshole. But then it ends up being, do you remember that commercial? I went to Princeton, bitch. It's the rap where the woman says she's on a date and the guy, it's like one of the first sort of TikToks or whatever. The guy says, oh, where'd you go to school? And she said, oh, I went to school in New Jersey. And he's like, oh, Rutgers? And she's like, oh, no, not really. And he goes, oh, well, did you play sports or something like that? And she says something and he grades it. And all of a sudden she jumps up on the table and she does this sort
I
of
went to
rap.
Princeton, bitch.
I went to Princeton, bitch. It's
Yeah,
kind of funny.
own it.
But I didn't go to Princeton to prove people wrong. It was the thing that I wanted to do my whole life because I saw an Ivy League school in a movie.
Yeah.
And that was, I was going to live in that.
It was a fantasy. You had.
It was a fantasy that I had. When I looked at Natalie as a person and as a professional, I remember thinking, wow, someone is managing her well.
right.
And what a smart move. Whereas my career was all over the place. I mean, I was one thing, because my career was dictated by what could we do during my summer breaks because I never was going to miss school.
Oh wow! Throughout all that Blue Lagoon, all of it, you never missed school.
All of it.
Did people
Endless
hate your
love.
guts at school, or did they love it?
No, they really took me in
they did.
under their wing and protecting from other people. And
That's nice.
always started off a little rocky, both in high school and in college, because I'm like the elephant in the room that's beyond.
Well, I would have went to Princeton if I were you, with a big chip on my shoulder that everyone thinks I'm dumb and I'm only here because I'm famous.
Well, and they did. I mean, they thought that I was not going to be serious. And what happened was I got it was like a 300 level course that we had to take. And it was multiple choice. So you either got it right or you got it wrong.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
wasn't an essay that you could argue.
Yeah,
Brooke
yeah.
Shields was better. And I was one of 3 A's in the class. And
There
the
we
class
go.
had like 300 kids in it.
That spread like wildfire, I bet.
Well, no, you know what I did? I stood in the back, watched people. They would look at their grade and then they would
yours.
look
Oh,
at the
wow.
S's and they'd look at my grade. And I didn't even know what my grade was at that point. And I was like, get the fuck out of here. Oh my God. So I went up to it and it was an A minus, I think it was.
Well, that's
and I was
funny.
like,
That's funny.
yeah. And
Yeah.
so that changed the entire environment to me. They let me in,
Yeah.
But last about Natalie, we didn't have any of that. My mother didn't know what she was doing. We weren't saying, "Oh, she's going to be an actress." No, we would get a car if we did a movie. We could buy a house that had a tree in New Jersey.
Yeah.
That's what our whole plan was.
Yeah.
How do you get that watch?
Yeah. Week to week, hand them out.
That's what it was. And so it was like quality of life. So, okay. We don't think that maybe there's a disconnect between doing a movie with a brilliant French director and then having a hairdryer with your name on it.
Right.
Somehow is kind of
Gonna work in concert.
that, yeah, like,
Which, by the way, you were just early.
I was about to say,
Now you can
now
do it
you
all.
could easily do it.
I was ahead of my time.
Yeah.
It's true. And so it's like, wow, would I still even be here if I was the thespian that I go see the Merchant Ivory movies when I was a kid and look at all those and just dream and dream and dream and dream. And then you become this really famous thing.
Too famous almost to even be in anything, really.
Anything.
Yeah.
And then, I have to prove myself. You people can't forget that it's me.
No.
So even if I audition, I'm not going to get it because they can't get past the me. So then I don't get it because I'm not talented.
Yeah.
And it's this like crazy ass cycle. That is why my world absolutely pivoted in the best possible way through comedy, because it broke open my real world,
Yeah.
which I had never been allowed to be in
Right.
because I looked a certain way.
We're talking about Suddenly Sue's.
Suddenly Susan, like the
Yeah,
Friends
yeah, yeah,
episode,
yeah.
and then Susan. And I had done 27 Bob Hope shows on tour for the troops all over the world, like before I even did anything. And that was my happy place, sketch
And
comedy.
that's a pretty good comedy
School.
troupe to be brought to school.
Yeah.
And I mean, you're learning from Don Rickles and Dean Martin and
yeah.
and you're learning how to hold your own. I've learned how to tank a delivery because if I gave a delivery that was somehow better or funnier, it would get taken away from me.
Oh.
And the joke would get taken away from me because I was too young for that type of a joke.
Sure.
And I would say, Bob, It killed. Like, it actually killed.
Yeah.
The writers are even laughing. Come on. And he said, no, you're too young. You're too young. And I was like, oh, okay, I'm going to learn this game. So I would just tank everything. And then the minute the audience was in, it was like, bing. And so it was
You sandbagged.
sandbagged with the best of them. And it was the only area I could look a certain way and be funny.
That's right.
So, because you could forget that it was me if I was looking stupid or making fun of myself or falling off a bar stool or whatever the physical comedy was, you know? And it was also just this revelation. That's just what I want to do. I don't need the approval of being that thing.
I would guess you're probably deciding at that moment that you're going to live your life and not mom's.
Or the world's.
But mom having desired social standing and cachet and fanciness.
Because we got all that.
Right.
And the thing is, she was one of the funniest people I've ever known. And quick and dark and really funny. And so much of our life together was laughter.
Right.
I couldn't understand, and then I really could understand it, but how that was not the way my career was going.
Yeah, because you're playing like sex vixen.
Right.
And you're a virgin who loves comedy.
Right.
Yeah, you're like in the wrong body.
I'm in the wrong everything.
Yeah. What a weird feeling. You're already at that age wrestling with identity in such a profound way. I mean, what a mind fuck. It's a miracle you're not bonkers, to be honest with you.
I mean, we're doing this project, and one of the things was, it's amazing that I'm not a fuck up. And I didn't have that fall. And I think that what happened was I was so adamant about not being beaten by the system that things like studying, going to school, doing really well, being fierce about succeeding in that world gave me such a safe place to be.
Right.
In my head and writing a thesis and in school. And it was really important for me.
Yeah.
And the friends and the people that I had around me, I mean, we never lived in California. We did Susan here, but as a kid, I never took the high school equivalency test and came out and was taught by studio teachers and thrown into that world. We were Manhattan, we were New York.
Yeah.
We were like, I was like a straight kid and stayed in school and happened to work. I wrote my thesis on Pretty Baby, actually, and Louis Malle and his theme, the sort of loss of innocence and how he textually in his films shows it. And I remember also thinking, wow, though, you're still here after 40 years. Would you still be here if you hadn't become the icon?
Yeah.
Would I still be sellable? There is a commodity aspect to who I became. The monetary value of being famous or whatever it is.
Yeah.
On the one hand, it's restrictive because you can't get movies unless you're the star or you're the lead in the
It's going to look
sitcom.
weird if you're the fourth best friend in something.
Yeah, and they're like, it's going to be weird and it's distracting.
Yeah.
Or you're not going to see me in a badge and like,
Right.
I'd love it, but it would have to be some weird spoof. So I get that.
No one's going to H&R Block and you start working on their taxes.
Also, no one should go to
Anyway.
Stop your
With
grievances.
it, but
You're going to get sued.
But then it's like, then you kind of go like, oh, well, you're still here and you're still making money. Like, yes, I've lost it all twice because my mom didn't handle things very well.
Yeah.
But there's a value to that now I finally have fully appreciated it.
Surviving in this racket is next to impossible.
But also, it's okay to hold both things, to say there was some fucked up stuff, but it also served me. And I can recognize both. I can call it out and say, and it helped me, and that's okay.
Right.
It's okay for all those things to be happening at once.
Yeah, I think people want you to levy a verdict on something.
I know.
And you can have a very dualistic feeling about all of it.
You can. And that to me is the most honest piece of it. It's just hard for people to accept because it then says they are right or wrong in their opinion.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
And truth be told, their opinion is theirs.
Well, I do think people confuse when I ask you a question and you give me an honest answer. they confuse that with you telling them how they should. And
Right.
that's not what any of us are doing.
No.
But because you have a microphone in front of your face, something gets conflated in their mind that you're preaching this.
Right.
But it's not. You're telling me how you feel about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
And
it.
and sometimes it's conflicting.
Yes,
You
of
know, I mean,
course.
there is something. What did I really feel? You know, I mean, I
Yeah.
lived in a survival mechanism.
Yes.
And somewhere along the line, as I have this amazing therapist that I've had for 30 years. And every time I come back, Chris goes, "Are you fixed?
Right, yeah. All done?
You done?"
Wrap it up?
Yep. Are we good? But at a certain point, she said, "You know, when are you going to give yourself any credit for your character? Somewhere in there, there is the person that chooses this instead of that,
Yeah.
or chooses the good, the right, the positive."
Vegas odds on you becoming strung out and fucked up were 90 to 1.
Yeah.
I mean, truly, you
I
have to
know.
recognize like what a act of
Like that's
survival the
not
whole
luck
thing is.
that you ended up here.
Can I make an analogy? It's probably going to make you uncomfortable, but I was molested. I talk about it all the time, so I'm very comfortable talking about it.
Okay.
I think one of the things that often survivors of sexual abuse wrestle with is that they may have enjoyed it.
Right, right.
That's like the cardinal thing they can't get past, or they
course.
feel culpable because they enjoyed it.
Right.
And it's hard for them to go like, well, yeah, you were 9, you didn't know any of the, right?
Right.
And so I don't want to be too dramatic with your situation, but it could also be that in some way. It's like, yeah, that probably we wouldn't want that done to another 15-year-old. And also I enjoyed it and I don't want to feel guilty I enjoyed it. And I don't want to have to,
Right.
you know what I'm saying? There's some
Yeah.
weird,
I mean, I don't know if I enjoyed the sexuality part of it as much.
well, I don't think the sexuality part, but I think the filming, what I'm suggesting is that
Oh.
the filming of the commercial was fun. It was, and you didn't know you were saying anything pervy. And there's this great cinematographer and you like being in these things and you do a great job. And now that other aspect is what you learn later, which is like, oh, that
Right.
was sexual.
And I mean, okay, do you want to know what comes between me and my Calvins? That was the line, right?
Yeah.
So now I had a doll, I had a dog. I would say nothing comes between me and my blabby and my, clipper or whatever.
Yeah.
So there was that, right? There was also a real honest naivete that I did have, right?
Yeah.
I didn't think that the word come, because it was written COME in my script.
Right,
Did
right,
I
right.
think it was come?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes,
It
yes.
did not occur to me, right? So, okay, I see that later and I think the ridiculousness of it, you know?
Yeah.
But I'll tell you what, I loved every minute of doing those commercials.
That's what I mean.
I got an A on a science test the next day after filming for 12 hours because the question on the science test was, what is a gene? And I was like,
Get outta here.
genes are fundamental, determining the characteristics of individual and responsible. It's like, blah, blah, blah. I wrote my whole minute-long commercial
Oh my God.
for
that's
Darwin's
amazing.
Survival of the Fittest.
Yeah, GENE.
Yeah. And I got a A plus.
Oh my gosh.
And I remember
That's
thinking,
great.
fuck you, Hollywood. You think that this is going to destroy me?
Yeah.
Guess what? It just got me an A. So what are you going to do with that? I'm an actress and I did well in my test
Yeah.
because of my acting.
Yeah.
But I think that I enjoyed all of it. I went on the set of Pretty Baby the days that I didn't work
Yeah, of course.
because they were my family.
Also, you're 12.
Yeah.
You now have a skill that adults actually appreciate. They're
Right.
not pandering to you anymore. You're really delivering in a movie and they're grateful for it. Like all you want as a kid
As approval.
is approval and for something, some skill that, because you feel the pandering. Like, oh, look, mom, I jumped
Yeah.
over this thing. Oh, great. We know mom didn't think that was so impressive.
Right.
But
right,
this is
right.
legit. You have a skill people are enjoying and benefiting from and being happy about and grateful.
And I often came up against very insecure, older actresses and actors.
Mm-hmm.
And I got the brunt of that.
Yeah.
And in every case, I was the star of the movie.
Mm,
And I was a big threat.
yeah.
And I watched that and felt it and felt crushed,
Mhm.
but then learned and thought to myself, I'm never going to let myself feel that way.
Right. Yeah, it's dark. It's fucking dark.
It's dark and it's sort of shattering if you like movie stars.
Yeah. Some level I have compassion for them. Minimally for men and women at least, it's the least just system of all time, which is like we render y'all sexless after 40.
Right.
So when that older actresses looking at the younger actress, it's not just imagined. They are allowed to be sexual, and now I am not.
Right.
That's dark. I mean, that's the system.
And Pretty Baby was all about that. I mean, it was about this young nubile meat, you know?
Yeah.
And the mother not wanting to acknowledge being the mother and making her sister, calling her sister so that she could get the ticket out, and being jealous of the freshness and the attention.
Mm-hmm.
And she was sort of like the old prostitute,
Right.
even though she wasn't. And she's gorgeous. But in hindsight, because I ended up studying it, it was fascinating to me.
Well, but the first step is, oh, that woman's terrible. That's the lazy conclusion. It's like, that woman's terrible. But then you go above that and you go, that woman is a victim of this fucking system.
Yeah.
That's the real enemy.
But that's what I saw at a very young age and did not want to be victimized by that.
Yeah.
So I remember thinking, I'm not going to let myself be there, feel that, do that, because I will be destroyed.
Yes.
And it's hard enough to be an actress past the age of 12.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, so I think, but I think I saw so much of it. I saw bad behavior, and I also saw insecurity, and I saw it just so much. And I saw people fall in love on movie sets, and their lives got destroyed.
Sure.
And
As they should.
Yeah. And
Everyone
so-
should ruin something on a movie set. Or you weren't in show business.
But also, how ironic that you spent time in your life fantasizing about the world, and you got to see it so head on. Like, no one more immersed than you, and like, still you have some fantasy about it. I think that's beautiful.
I maintain-
It didn't ruin it for you.
No,
Yeah.
I love room tone.
Oh, yeah, sure.
I love
sure.
room tone.
Yeah.
You do room tone, it's like you're a part of a unit. Everybody's together and everybody's
Just
quiet.
so everyone knows, when you're filming a movie, because of the sound editing, they often have to just get the sound of the room without any talking. And often it's at the end of a scene. They'll go, okay, everyone hold for room tone. And then 60 of you sit there quietly, which is almost impossible.
for a long
For a long
minute or so.
Yeah, which feels like 25 minutes.
I know. And it's so great, though, to feel the collective like energy.
Yeah.
And I love montage. If I could live in montage, I
Yeah.
would just.
Too.
I think it's because I was so young and I had such a fantasy world in my mind from watching movies. It was the perfect escape.
Yeah.
So I still wanted movies to be like that. I still wanted life to be like that.
Yeah,
you
of course.
know?
You're a romantic.
Yeah.
I'm a romantic.
And I'm an actress.
Stay tuned for more Armchair Expert, if you dare.
We are supported by HP. If you're a parent or you know one, like I do, or you can help take care of kids, you already know what August feels like. It's not summer anymore, it's the pregame. The supplies list, the forms, the "we need this printed by tomorrow" texts that come in at 9 p.m. And I say this as someone who's been on the receiving end of those texts in a former life. You're ready to help, and then the printer says no, out of ink, blinking at you, useless. It's such a small thing, but it will absolutely derail your night. So when I heard about the HP Smart Tank printer from HP, America's most trusted printer brand, I thought this is the kind of thing that actually makes life easier, not in a big flashy way, in a one less crisis way. Instead of those little cartridges that run out the second you need them, the HP Smart Tank uses refillable ink tanks, and it comes with up to 3 years of ink included. 3 years. That's 3 back-to-school seasons without the cartridge panic. HP can't fill out the forms for you, but they can make sure the printer is never the reason you're up past midnight. Search HP Smart Tank.
This podcast is brought to you by Squarespace. We've talked before about Rob building our website on Squarespace, and I bring it up again because it's a perfect example of what they do well. Rob had all the pieces, the content, the vision, the ideas, but he needed something to actually take all that and make it public facing. And Squarespace was that bridge. Maybe you're in the same spot. You've been developing something, a business, a skill set, a body of work, and it's been private. It's been yours. But at some point, you're ready to put it out there. And that transition from private to public can feel like a huge leap. Squarespace makes it feel like a step. Beautiful templates, built-in SEO, email campaigns, scheduling, analytics, everything you need to go from "I've been working on this" to "here it is, come find me." All in one place, no code, no stitching together a bunch of different tools. So if you've been sitting on something and waiting for the right moment, this might be it. Head to squarespace.com/DAX for a free trial. And when you're ready to launch, use offer code DAX to save 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain.
We are supported by Arm & Hammer toothpaste. I feel like so many parts of our lives have gotten a little overcomplicated, including toothpaste. There's always some new ingredient, new promise, new thing you're supposed to suddenly care about. Arm & Hammer baking soda toothpaste keeps it simple. Powered by baking soda, a time-tested ingredient you already know and trust for a clean you can actually feel. It removes up to 3 times more plaque in hard-to-reach areas compared to a leading toothpaste, and it gently whitens. And if you hear baking soda and think, wait, is that gentle enough? Arm & Hammer is actually a less abrasive toothpaste, and it is designed to protect enamel. Myth busted. It's also the #1 dentist-recommended baking soda toothpaste. I am a broken record on Arm & Hammer toothpaste. I love it. I've been using it for years and years. My dad first introduced it to me, and I've never gone back. I've also gotten a lot of people on it, and once you go to Arm & Hammer, you won't regret it. My personal favorite is the Arm & Hammer PeroxyCare toothpaste. It improves gum health while gently removing plaque and surface stains, but also just my mouth feels so clean after. They have so many. They have advanced white toothpaste, which is great. I also use that. Complete Care toothpaste. Everything is perfect. Try Arm & Hammer toothpaste to taste the difference. Feel the difference. Shop at your favorite retailer between August 2nd and August 15th to save $1.50. Arm & Hammer baking soda toothpaste. Save $1.50 August 2nd through 15th.
This episode is brought to you by ServiceNow. Look, I have my dream job. I get to talk to folks I admire like crazy and ask them virtually any question that I want to. I can't imagine a better way to spend my time. But even dream jobs have some not so dreamy parts, the stuff that gets in the way of the actual work. Now, that's where ServiceNow's AI specialists come in. They don't just tell you what you should do about your busy work. They actually do it, start to finish. Cases closed, requests handled, no extra work for you. So you and your team can focus on what matters most, which for me is, are they obsessed with male bodies on the same level as I am?
They never are.
To learn how to put AI to work for people, visit servicenow.com. We're going to talk about A Castle for Christmas, but there's one thing I want to talk about just before we do that, which is I hope, and maybe it is, in fact, you're getting the credit you deserve. And I don't think this occurred to me till today. There are a lot of heroes now of mental health. There are people that have spoken out when it was hard to do so. Athletes will get famous for doing it, and I applaud it because that's a rough place to do it as a man and all these things. And I could be wrong on this. I think you're the canary in the coal mine. I think you're
so.
the very first person that was like, I'm going to be dead honest about this. I have postpartum. I'm destroyed by it. I had to go on medicine. It saved my life.
Mm-hmm.
And you couldn't write what happened. Like, if I'm writing this story, so Brooke's going to be honest about her postpartum. People are going to be judgmental of that. It's so brave what she's doing. And I'm like, would it be too much to cast Tom Cruise as the adversary in this? That's too much. We can't bring in Tom Cruise, like the most beloved movie star in the world. We can't make him the bad guy because she can't triumph in that situation.
Right.
And you did! I will never forget what you said. Just to remind everyone, you wrote a great book about the experience called Down Came the Rain. Up to that point, no one's been that honest about it, I don't think. That's in the public eye in the manner that you were. And then Tom Cruise comes out, and you guys have probably patched this up, so I don't even mean to pour fire on it. But the fact that he decided to take aim at your career, I mean, what a shithead. And then, do you remember Brooke's response?
No.
He should focus on fighting aliens and let mothers decide how they want to deal with it.
Yep. That's exactly right.
What a fucking burn. That was like such a knockout punch that I think he 180'd after that. He ended up 180'ing, didn't he? Or
He
he
had
was
to-
publicly he did.
Well, he didn't do it publicly. He did it privately.
Oh, okay,
But then
okay.
I told everybody that it was,
Yeah,
it was
okay.
fine.
But I think that's part of that knockout punch was fucking, it was clean. It was on the chin. It was like, it had some comedy in it. You didn't seem too butthurt about it. Wow. I just want to applaud you because
Thank
I
you.
think like I've spoken a ton about being an addict. I've talked about being molested. I've talked about all these things, and it's not lost on me that the road had been paved a bit by several people, and you're probably the first. So it's fucking gangster.
Thank you. It was the right time in the right place.
But you must have had the fear. Like I had the fear when I admitted I relapsed, which was like, we're going to lose sponsors. These people that believe
Right.
in me aren't going to believe in me anymore. Like I set up a whole story for why that was going to be suicidal for me professionally, which none of it was true. But in my head, it seemed convincing. There had to be some party that was like, I'm going to do this, and then I'm going to be labeled crazy, and that's going to be a wrap on me.
I actually thought that I was going to be not labeled crazy, but life must be so hard
beautiful
for this
woman.
celebrity
Yeah.
who's pretty
12
and
nannies. And,
it must be really, oh, poor baby,
Yeah.
And what do we need another fucking celebrity on a soapbox? Like, do we really need that?
Yeah.
And the self-indulgent aspect of it, to me, that's what I was scared of.
I have the same one. Like if I talk about being molested, I'm like, I can hear every dude from a playground going like, how much attention do you need? How much sympathy do you need? Like I'm mining for some kind of sympathy.
It's nuts about them.
No,
It's about them.
Yeah.
Like, it just is. Like it's so I also was so angry that I was made to feel like I was the only person in the world that had gone through it. I was like, why isn't anybody talking about this? How come they don't ask the mom what she's going through? It's all about the baby. And then you've got the baby and it's all about the baby.
Yeah.
And yes, it has to be about the baby and, inoculations and all that. But no one is finding out how mom is. And I mean, to the level that I was just devastated, they would have really been helpful if someone said, hey,
This happens.
you did it 7 rounds, right? The amount of drugs that are in your system hormonally and what you're doing, and you almost died on the table. There's so much blood loss. And you went from high estrogen to nothing.
Yeah.
Well, that would have been helpful.
Yeah.
I would have understood that my brain actually was being affected by
Yes.
by all of this, just the biochemical of it. So then when I pitched you have to pitch it to
A book. Yeah.
books and stuff, and they were like, well, you're willing to say all this? I'm like, no, I'm going to write only part of it in a book.
Right.
And I just knew that I had to do it because I had a daughter. And also my whole life has been sort of talked about, my dentist appointments were filmed. It was like the first reality personality when it's like, oh, she got her period and it's on the cover of People magazine. It's like, really? Okay. So you sort of grow up going, all right, how am I going to make this not make me a victim? What am I going to do? What am I going to do? And it's like, I'm going to get the first and the last word.
Kind of like your mom leaving your dad.
Yeah.
In some
Yeah.
ways, in that same way. Like, I'm taking control.
Writing it myself, making sure that everybody knew I penned it. I didn't want anybody else to feel how lonely I felt.
Yeah.
And not everybody had the support system.
But there's a layer to yours that makes it more difficult, which is if I'm to come out and say I'm bipolar tomorrow,
Right.
that doesn't carry the weight of my gender with it. So
Yeah.
crowning fucking gender specific quality we give to women is that they are mothers, they nurture, they're supposed to do this perfect. I mean, it is the fucking bedrock of being female.
Yeah.
So to actually say, I feel detached, I don't feel like I'm connected, like all those things are, that's the most dangerous thing, I think, identity-wise, that a woman could admit to.
Well, that's why it was so devastating to feel because it's the only thing that I've known for sure that I wanted to do. I mean, I just saw it on Carson. I want to be a mom.
Right.
I want to be a mother. And I was like 13 or something.
Yeah.
So the one thing I've known for sure, I would be normal, right? Because nothing else in my life was really normal, but I could be normal.
Yeah.
And everybody's done it. And the people have been doing it since the dawn of
In
time.
the woods.
Yeah. And hair cascading down and the baby looking up at the mom and the Madonna and all
moon.
All of it. And all of a sudden, I didn't fit any of the categories that would constitute being a woman, female, a person. I was failing on every level.
Well, you just said you had IVF, so you're entering
Yeah.
the process going like, why? Something's wrong with me.
Yeah, something's wrong with me. And of course, I'm not allowed to be normal. Of course. I'm Brooke Shields. You're not allowed to have a normal baby and have like a thing. Like, no, that's why you've had such a crazy, incredible life.
Yes. You don't deserve that as well.
No. So you can imagine all of it that went into it. And then to be so miserable and disconnected when you could have given me anybody else's baby. And it was like my body just became that baby's mom. Like it was
Really?
even just growing up, babies fell asleep in my arms.
Yeah.
Babies instantly calmed down in my arms. Like I was like the baby whisperer.
Yeah.
So then to have my own baby and be voiceless, forget a whisper,
Yeah.
it was really
That's so hard.
scary.
So many people experience, so many people. And you're right, there are levels of bravery because, yes, you're a celebrity and you're telling your story and that's its own scariness. But then just to even admit that something's really wrong is really brave. Like there's so many parts to it that
Yeah.
are hard.
I
that
also
are
just really
commendable.
I kind of got mad that it was discounted. Oh, it's the baby blues. No, that's a cartoon.
Yeah.
Baby blues is a cartoon. Okay?
Right.
This is not, there's nothing animated about this.
Yeah.
You're just like, but wait, this isn't fair. You can't make me feel this bad about myself on top of feeling this bad.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So it became this sort of thing that I had to do.
Right. It was your purpose.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Thank you.
I
Okay. So you have a movie coming out, a Christmas movie
do have Christmas.
called A Castle for Christmas that's on Netflix,
Mhm.
November 26th. Okay. You shot in Scotland?
Yes. We had the transpo team from Outlander, so I got to pump all of them for information. And so I was very happy.
Did you get some inside secrets?
No, and I didn't want them. I was like, I do not want. But I lived in this little house that was right down from Lallybroch. So I was like, oh my God. I was like one of those
Oh.
crazy, ridiculous
Yeah, you were getting to
fans.
live in a show you like.
And I lived in the carriage house of a castle, of
Get
a
out.
neighboring castle.
Really?
So I would look out and I would just see the whole castle.
Yeah.
You can imagine where my brain went. I mean, I was wrapping myself in tartan and having whiskey and a weed dram and loved whiskey and just the blankets and it was unbelievably fun and beautiful and horses and knitters.
Yeah, because you went from
pubs.
the worst
Knitter.
place during Corona, which is New York City.
Right.
That was the most gruesome.
The epicenter of
Yeah. And then you go there, and I have to imagine at some level you were able to forget about it quite often.
Yeah. I mean, and it was beautiful. The cows were incredible. And I think that what Netflix was doing, which I just feel so blessed to be a part of it, is this section of Netflix, right? It's more family. And this particular executive said this whole sector wants to concentrate on women over, let's say 40, or older women or who have older kids.
Yeah.
And that they're empowered and they don't need to be saved. That there are these independent women in this unbelievably brilliant stage of their lives.
Yeah.
And they're pivoting and they're changing, but they're not looking for a man. So that was the initial attraction.
I mean, I hate to make it this basic, but they're still alive.
Right.
Yeah.
No. They're vibrant and it's a rom-com.
You are a novelist. You go to buy a castle in Scotland for what, I don't know what reason. What
I
you had some
go
family
to
went there or
Scotland
something?
because my dad was, when he was a little kid, his
Okay.
father was a caretaker there. Grew up hearing about it.
You find his name engraved on a door at some point.
Yeah, all of it.
Yeah,
You know, it's a perfect rom-com.
yeah.
It's like, you know how it's going to end, but it's so good. You have to have the feels, right? I didn't really know what that meant. I'm now learned, but it's that I just wanted to be a part of something that was fun and pretty and works out. And there's horses, we ride horses. There's castles. There's a pub.
Yeah, you got to
Yeah,
live
I
in
like
a
that.
simpler time, in the most complex time in our history.
Absolutely. And it was such a reprieve to be in that environment.
Were you
And-
able to tap in at all to some Carrie Elwes? Like, you must have loved Princess Bride.
Yeah, of course.
So were you able to, like, that we all share in this fantasy thing, were you able to go like, oh yeah, I'm going to really hone in on the fact that this is, what was his name in Princess Bride?
What
It
was
doesn't
his
matter.
name in Princess Bride?
She calls him boy,
Yeah.
as you
or
wish.
as
Did he
you-
ever say as you wish? I guess
all the time.
all the time. As
were-
you wish.
I was like, okay, you're not allowed to say it today. But it was interesting. We talked very deeply about it, actually, because he has such an identification with it.
With Princess Bride.
Yeah. And this was the first rom-com he did since then.
Oh, no kidding.
And I think he sort of did that thing where he assumes that's what you're going to think only of him.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
So
and I
he-
just fucking confirmed his
Wow, I'm
fear.
gonna edit that
Yeah,
out.
I blew it.
I've stopped doing it now,
Yeah.
but I used to be self-deprecating immediately about Blue Lagoon or saying something like, well, not a loincloth, to diffuse it immediately, right?
Yeah. Because you've had the conversation every day for 40 years.
Yeah. You don't really resent it, but you do resent it. And so I watched him have that. And one day I took him aside and I was like, you do know you don't have to do that.
Right.
And it was really a bonding. It was a very sort of sweet, because we both went, man, we pushed that button really fast. you
Yes.
know? It's funny. You know Bradley
Cooper.
right?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
So he's a very, very close to us and our family. And we basically see him every morning.
Oh, my God.
You
wow.
do?
Yeah. Every
Oh,
morning.
wow.
That's a nice face to see.
Um,
every
Is
morning.
Chris nervous?
He and Chris love each other so much.
I know, but
It's like I come
still
down.
dangerous.
And
Are
I
you
hear-
nervous? I guess is a
No.
better question. Yeah.
So I did a movie with him a long time ago.
which one?
Midnight
Meat Train.
Meat Train.
Yes. Do you know there's a deep cut, just not to
Oh,
interrupt
boy.
you, there's a deep cut in Silver Lining Playbook where Bradley's got a scene where he's walking down the street. David O. Russell put Midnight Meat Train playing on the
No.
marquee.
Oh my
That's
God!
amazing.
I'm surprised I
Deep
didn't.
cut. Yeah.
Love
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
I saw it. I went to the premiere of that. I did. It was a good friend.
Anyway, we get into very deep conversations.
Yeah.
And so like I'll come down the stairs and I'll just smell the coffee and then I'll be like, okay. So then Chris will say, hey babe. And then I wait. And then I hear, hey babe.
it's Cooper.
It's this like shtick that they have. Right. But he said something very interesting to me once. He said, I watch you walk into rooms with people and you immediately, and this is a while ago, but do the thing where you either cut yourself down or make fun of yourself or self-deprecate
Mhm.
because you assume they're going to. And he said, they're not thinking that of you.
Right.
And you know how he analyzes
Oh, yeah.
everything.
He broke through to you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because I had brought it up. I made myself extremely vulnerable and we were just talking about something. And so the
This is
fact
post-coital or
it was part of the
okay, it was part of the ramping up.
Yeah, he works that way. He wants to be
He does his
emotionally
best work that way, yeah.
He likes to be emotionally connected.
He likes to be present.
Yeah. It was really interesting to hear from someone I had worked with and
Yeah.
knew.
Well, you had trust with.
Yeah, I wanted to hear his opinion. And I thought, wow, God, I do that.
He's incredibly astute observer of a lot of things. He's given me some of my biggest breakthroughs in the way I work through my fears and my insecurities and he can cut right through.
It's
the truth.
It's scary.
I mentioned it before, but when I was debating whether or not to be honest about having relapsed, he's the one who said to me, he said, what's your fear? And I said, well, all these people identify with me as being sober, and I really value that. I love being someone that people tweet and say I've got 3 months or I've got 6 months. Like, it's so much of my self-esteem. And he said, okay, but I think the self-esteem is coming from the fact that you're helping people, right? And I said, yeah, I'd like to think so. And he said, well, if you're sincere about that, what's incredibly helpful is someone with 16 years who fucking relapsed. That's helpful.
Right.
You having 16 years and being married to Kristen Bell and being rich isn't helping a fucking person. And I was like, you're dead right. That's exactly right. And if I'm true about this claim that I want to help, yeah, I have to do this. Like, he just cut right through it for me.
Yeah.
And we were mid fucking, I think. when
Yeah, I
that
think it was
happening.
mid.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. That's
yeah.
late for him. Yeah. Yeah.
Well, and having lived it and being sober and being
Yeah,
and
yeah,
really,
yeah,
really
yeah.
living it, like he's very intense about
Yeah.
all of that. And I appreciated it because it was somebody who I do respect and did have in my life in different parts of my personality and times.
But I'm going to go a step further. So I think why you did that, the same reason you say you go to school in New Jersey, is like you're not dumb. So you're recognizing that you trigger in people feeling less than. I'm not as beautiful as this woman. I'm not as tall as this woman. I didn't go to that school. So for a long time, you're right. So you're trying to counteract that. And you're trying to make people feel at ease.
Right.
But the bigger point is like, you're prioritizing them being at ease over you.
Always.
Right. And that's what no one deserves.
And that's where you cannot live
Yeah.
for your whole life. I
Right.
mean, better late than never. But I recently just had a very severe break. I broke my femur.
Oh my God, that's the worst bone to break.
Yeah, right at the
You
hip.
fall off a skyscraper?
I fell off a one of
Bradley
those
Cooper?
board. I fell off of Bradley Cooper.
Cooper sex swing? I told him that thing was mounted too high.
That was
You should put some
postcoital.
mats. You should put some mats under that thing.
Oh, God, what a visual. So I'm on the ground
Uh-huh.
and the paramedics are there.
Oh,
and
my God.
I'm in the gym. They're worried about internal bleeding. And the paramedics were fighting.
Oh, great.
And I finally scream.
Oh my God.
And I'm like, hey. And they're like, what? I go, did you two just meet or do you hate each other? And they said, oh, no, we just met. I said, good. The beauty of just meeting someone is you don't actually know if you hate them.
Right.
So you guys are going to fucking get along and get me out of here and get me to a hospital.
Oh
and I
my
said
God.
it just like that.
Good.
And then they had to go through the paperwork at some point, right? So they're asking me my name. So I tell them my name. And I go into shtick
No.
on the ground.
Sure.
Wow.
And I say it, and I'm like, well, you might have seen a little movie in the water called Blue Lagoon. But this hand comes on my shoulder and squeezes it so hard. And it's my trainer. And he grabs my shoulder and he goes, hey, look at me. And I looked at him and he goes, you do not have to do that. And I burst into tears. And it was such an interesting moment because I was deflecting, make them feel that it's funny. Oh, look at me, I'm funny. And,
Yeah.
you know,
I know,
and
you
say
know me, I'm gonna make you
different-
feel- yeah.
And I thought, and it was like cathartic, this sort of permission
To drop it.
to just drop the shtick. Stop.
Oh,
Yeah.
man.
I had to survive. They couldn't fit me in the elevator. They had to bring me standing up. It was
hot?
just, yeah.
Yeah.
I
It's
was-
one of
it was-
the regulations
Yeah,
with most
it was
elevators.
an elevator for civilians.
Yeah. Oh man, that's crazy.
What a fucking, like, I love how literal it got. Like, you're dying virtually and
Yeah.
you're still doing the goddamn shtick.
doing it.
Oh, I think a lot of us can relate to that.
Well, but everyone's doing something to protect themselves.
Well, I think people do when they elevate in their social class from their friendship group. I think it becomes incumbent upon them. I know I do this a ton. So I got a really, really fucking nice car. No one should ever have this car, but I love cars and I got this car.
Right.
And so I found myself for the first year owning it. Anytime a friend would be like, oh my God, what's that car like? I would go, oh my God, you got to cover it in this clear coat. As soon as you pick it up, they tell you like you have to cover it in this clear coat. So I have like a list of things I complain about the car, like in some attempt to go like, well, it's not as great as you think it is because I'm ashamed that I have this thing and they don't. And I'm like, I ruin everything I have or accomplished because I'm trying to make everyone else feel fucking comfortable about
know.
it. And I don't actually enjoy anything because I got to figure out the 5 negative things about it so I don't feel like a dick when I'm talking about it.
It's so unbelievably true. And I mean, Chris will say, why are you doing that? He's like, you live in a really nice house.
Yeah.
Why cut it down and say, well, it's not really all paid off yet?
Yeah.
And you know,
It's on the noisiest street in the village.
And you're just like, what? When do you enjoy anything?
Well, and the irony is, if you do that, which I've been on the other side of with Dax a couple times, I'm like, those people are now thinking that you're an ungrateful asshole, like that you can't see that you have this insane car. Now you're complaining about it. You're a victim,
Right.
Like, so
get the
either way, you
opposite.
kind of can't win either way. So you might as well just enjoy it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I pray to go like, yeah, I got that motherfucking car. They only made 1,000 of them. Bitch, look at me. I got this fucking car. I came from a dirt road in Michigan. I mean, I wish I could.
What's
the happy medium?
Yeah, what's the happy
Yeah.
medium? Because
I'm trying to live in it now. We're all doing it. Okay.
Okay.
Will you tell me a little bit about Beginning is Now?
I will. I started Beginning is Now. It's been launched, it was about a month ago.
Uh-huh.
And
October.
And it's a 360-degree platform for women over 40.
Okay.
It's a well-being platform.
Right.
So I wanted to build the community first because after a certain age, there's no representation for you.
Right.
We're not marketed to.
No.
We are not allowed to be sexy. We are discounted the minute our ovaries don't work. We are no longer viable, right? So every woman that I know, and I know the most incredible women are all over 40 and they've all pivoted. They all are sexier, more confident, stronger, no bullshit. They don't worry about the same things. They've lived.
Yeah.
They're deciding completely new careers. They're starting new companies. They're learning new things. The vitality in them
Yeah.
is something that's not addressed. And so it's either your 20s or you're wearing Depends. And there's this white space and it's right there.
Yeah.
And it makes me crazy because guess what? I go to a makeup store and it's all for 20s.
These
Now,
fucking little bitches.
but we've done a lot of research because we can't be put in a box, right? So we're 25% of the population between 40 and 60. There's 40 million women over 40
Yeah.
or 50, I think. And we assume, they're just going to go to the younger brands. Well, we have to because there's nothing for us, right? But we're married, single, parents, not parents, mothers, grandmothers, partnered, never married, all of these things. And we are a diverse group
Right.
and nobody knows how to market to us, right?
Right.
And it made me really mad. And I said, I don't understand. Right when I start feeling like I'm really beginning in my life
To be you,
to be me,
unapologetically.
exactly, and fierce about it and happy and fun and like I'm owning my sexuality, but
Yeah.
in ways that I never did. Why? Why am I told I'm done? Like I am not over. I'm just beginning. So I started the platform
Yeah.
and the community built so quickly. And so many women are like, there's nothing like this. We can't believe it.
Yeah.
Oh my God, why is it that you're just crusty and crunchy and old and you menopause? Or what about, oh my God, I'm freer.
Well, I would imagine like it's crazy to me that products aren't specifically geared towards y'all because I have to imagine like economically you're in a better place than you are in your 20s.
Independently stable.
And if you've already raised kids, now maybe it's
Yeah.
now time that you have time and you
Yeah.
want to focus on you. I mean, it seems
And
very
hold the
fertile
purse
for-
strings, like control 80% of the spending in the household.
Yeah.
Really, really have this independence and this sort of vibrance and this sort of vivacious quality
Mm-hmm.
and game and ready and experienced.
Yeah.
You know, you want to get something done, you give it to like a mom who can multitask,
Right.
who now they're going back into the workforce after 18 years or plus of raising kids, leaving these big powered jobs and then going and raising kids. And then kids go to college and they're like, well, what now? I'm kind of really just in my 30s. And so I launched Beginning Is Now. It was so quick to get traction and
Oh,
gain,
that's so
gain
awesome.
followers.
That is awesome.
But everybody wants to buy something.
Mhm.
And I didn't want to start off with just selling
Mhm.
anything.
Mhm.
We made t-shirts and sweatshirts just to get the message out.
Yeah.
And they're unbelievably delicious sweatshirts with really cool graphics on them. And now everybody wants me to go into all these different categories. So,
Yeah.
so that's what
You
we
should talk
are.
to Gwyneth. She'll give you some tips.
Yeah,
for sure.
you know,
Yeah.
Gwyneth is, though, what was so brilliant about Goop is that it did pave the way for this type of a thing. But she's very content forward.
Yeah.
Whereas we really do want to go into e-commerce and have purposeful products that actually solve problems that
Yeah.
women like me need to be solved,
Right.
and want those answers and want to talk about it. And it's definitely an empowered place that we just believe that women really start to come into their own and that they should live bigger. I now, which is strange, but and I've said this to Cooper too. I've said, I now am starting to walk into the room as Brooke Shields,
Yeah.
like as my full self.
Right.
It took decades to be able to own all of it.
And by the way, if you don't have the confidence to do that,
and that's the message too. It's that I
Yeah, yeah,
want
yeah.
women to, in particular, who've given so much of their life to all these other things and reasons, your biological clock, your marriage, your friendships,
yeah.
it's your turn and time.
Yeah. And to bring this all the way back to where we started, which was like movies are the original Instagram, because you don't see any people embarking on sagas and stories that are older,
Right.
you don't have an example. So you really think, fuck, 56, it's over.
Right.
Like, I did what I can do, and now it's over. Like, and that part of it is that representation, because like you're not even seeing those stories that would lead you to believe that you're like fucking halfway there and you can do everything you've done in the first half, you could do again.
And I get it. The 20s are the sexy, whatever. But I just did the Kelly Clarkson show, and Kirsten Dunst was on the show, and we were talking about this, and she was like, God, you even think as an actress, like, well, I better hurry up and just get to Helen Mirren's age, because right now there's nothing I can't do really a lot more here.
Yeah,
they don't want me now.
Right. But you can be the sage grandma at some point.
Yeah. And you're just like, no.
Yeah.
God. I mean, that's what I loved about doing this rom-com, because it was this single mom in her 50s, kids off to college, and she's kind of like, what now? And embarks on this journey. And the sexuality to it. Like, I definitely now feel my sexuality in a way.
Right.
Proud of my body, my curves, and all of those things that were considered bad when I was younger, because I didn't fit into sample clothes and never fit into sample sizes. And therefore, that's why I can't do runway. And no, you're just the neck up, Brooke. You're the cover girl. You're not the body, right? So there's all these weird... But I mean, those are the messages you get.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's just so great. But it is. I mean,
I love watching Monica process this.
It's horrible.
It is. But it's just the human fucking
It's not going away.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
So my response to it is beginning is now.
Well, it's really cool
I
because
love that.
because like I would say like Reese is doing such incredible things on the film and television side. There's a handful of actresses that are really, I think, breaking this paradigm, which is great. Yeah, and to see it on a lifestyle front and a wellness front is also awesome. So I think there's like all these splintering, wonderful things that are kind of hopefully going to coalesce.
And it's not like hear me roar. It's we love the men in our lives. We love all of it, And I mean, a wellness platform.
Did you see she didn't say the man in her life. She said the men in her life. It is confirmed.
Yeah.
They're in a
You're really
throuple.
hung up. You're not going to be able to let that go.
Yeah.
Oh, it feels like I have two. Literally. It's like they're starting to dress the same.
Sure.
They wear the same, like they'll each like something and then buy the other one.
Oh my God.
There's shoes and there's a jacket and whatever. And I'm like, oh my God,
That's
you guys.
really
Like,
cute.
it's so broing out. It's so funny. It's cute.
We don't have to worry about feeling youthful because we never pass 12. That's our great secret if you guys want it.
Yeah,
Us men. We don't ever mature above 12. So it's like really easy to hold on to our youth.
It's really easy. Oh, Lord. God. But anyway, so this is the first time that I've ever started anything. I signed on a CEO line the other day. I couldn't believe it.
Yeah.
I'm usually like talent or performer.
Yeah. You're the lender of your services.
I am.
Yeah. This is the real deal,
boss,
though.
and it's the real deal. And to learn the business world, it is wild to sit in these rooms, to sit with men who are these executives. And then you sit with women who are these executives or these venture capitalists or angel investors. And it's so inspiring to sort of see, and it's scary
Yes.
for the men.
Oh, I bet.
Yeah.
Because it's actually harnessing this power and just meeting everybody head on.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like it.
I'm blown away. Brooke, I'm so glad you came in
Thank you
person.
for
It was so fun.
Asking
Yeah,
me to.
absolutely.
And on a Saturday.
All right. Good luck with everything. A Castle for Christmas comes out November 26th.
On
And
Netflix.
Beginning is Now is already out. So I imagine you have a website.
We have a website. We have Instagram.
Okay. Is it beginningisnow.com?
Yeah.
Oh, it is.
Beginningisnow.com.
All right, Brooke, thanks so much.
Thank you.
And now my favorite part of the show, the fact check with my soulmate, Monica Padman.
With the Venture X business card from Capital One, you earn unlimited double miles on every purchase. Plus, big purchasing power means you can spend more and earn more. The Capital One Venture X business card. What's in your wallet? Terms apply. See CapitalOne.com for details.
Our last Monday of the year.
Hi. Welcome to the last Monday of the year. Do you realize this is the last Monday of the season?
Well, it's the last Monday episode of Armchair Expert in 2021.
I was trying to annoy you because you
Oh,
just
why?
told me that. You just educated me on that, and then I mansplained it to you
Oh my gosh.
to kind of make you laugh.
I must be
And-
evolving because I just
even
thought you
care.
were just bringing that up in a fun way.
Oh no, you had just told me, and then I told you.
Yeah.
It's really offensive.
Oh my God.
Yeah, but
I
it was
am
a bit.
offended.
It was a bit.
I'm just kidding. I'm not offended.
It's what we would call an offense bit. Are you in Georgia right now?
No, this is Monday.
Oh, but that's our last Monday of the.
Yeah, I mean,
Because we've
it's-
got a best of.
Yeah,
and
we
then
have best
Christmas
of.
episode.
Oh, we have a best
Christmas.
of. I forgot about best of.
Yeah, we've been compiling some moments.
Oh,
But I have a bad memory now, so it's been trickier.
sure. Yeah.
This year I got a bad memory and I became late.
Congratulations. I wonder if it's from antidepressants. I understand that it seems anecdotally that there's some memory.
And people who are on antidepressants, one of the side effects is that you become late. So I shouldn't be
Oh,
in
really?
trouble. Yeah.
It is?
No.
Oh, I
Of course
believed
not.
you. You're
Really?
the fact person here.
Oh my God. I used my power for bad.
You did.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
You sure did.
Because how could it possibly be true? How could anyone be late as
Well,
a side effect?
If it can make your memory bad, like it could maybe somehow, like whatever area of your brain's responsible for conceptualizing time, that could get weaker.
I wouldn't mind if there was an explanation because I don't like being late, but I have accepted it at this point and I've just blanketly apologized.
Well,
What's this? A secret
No,
poem?
that's the sweater stuff for the fact check that
Oh.
we're going to do on this episode because it'll go on sale when this comes out.
Oh,
I do this in the intro or in the now?
In the fact check at some point, you can talk about how we have new sweaters.
Well, I mean, we're here now.
well, yeah, Rob, that wasn't
Yeah, that was-
seamless. You stood up and
We edit. We edit.
Well, it is actually, this isn't a stretch. It's a ding, 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 because I'm wearing the sweater, and
You
you
are.
were just wearing the
That's
sweater.
right. I call it a sweatshirt. I know you want to call it a sweater.
I want it to be, yeah, because sweater sounds fancier, and this is a fancy sweatshirt. So it feels like I should call it a sweater. But it's a sweatshirt. You're
Okay.
right. Don't you think it's fancy?
Yeah, it's a really nice sweatshirt.
Marine layer.
Marine layer.
We love marine layer. Listen, we have 500 limited edition marine layer
Sweatshirts.
sweatshirts. And what is exciting about this sweatshirt is Monica encouraged me to do a drawing for it. And I did.
Yes.
And if you're not fully up to speed, I have been doing these drawings since I was 11 or 12 called Ball Sack Cowboys.
That's
and it's
right.
a nice little ball sack with a penis. And it looks like a horse. And then the cowboy rides it. They're so
They're
friendly.
playful.
And they're just like, they're so friendly
They
when you
are.
look at one. It's the only, like, I've told you this, like, every time Delta draws a picture, just the face is so friendly. And it's just 3 dots. I don't know why.
Yeah, because
Uh-huh.
her heart is so friendly.
And I feel like this is the last thing I have where it's like, I can't draw one that doesn't look friendly.
Yeah, I really like that. Also, you draw so well. I'm serious. You draw so well that I
do
was
not.
like, this is ridiculous if you don't draw us a picture that everyone can own. I have a ball sack cowboy painting in my
An original,
apartment, an original.
not a print.
No,
No,
not
no.
a lithograph, a real painting.
Not a
and I
Xerox
love
copy.
it. And I thought it'd be nice if everyone had a piece.
Right. So it says ABR on the front, always be recording.
That's right.
And on the back, it's a cowboy riding a reel-to-reel tape deck and a microphone that looks very much like a ball sack cowboy.
And I love it. I love the way it turned out.
They're really soft. It's a beautiful color blue that we stole, or we attempted to steal. It's not the exact color, but there's
No.
this beautiful blue on the McLaren retro livery that we just fell in love with, and we attempted to get close to that. My drawing aside,
Yeah.
the appeal is a marine layer sweatshirt. They're
Yes.
so fucking comfortable.
This is what happened. One time I was at my friend Laura's house and she was wearing a sweatshirt. I wanted it. And I said, "Where is that sweatshirt from?" She said, "Marine layer." And ever since, I've been pretty obsessed with having our sweatshirts be marine layer.
And this is the second year in a row that we've done it. And they also have some very inspired vintage jackets and hoodies that are super cool. My favorite sweatshirt, as you know, is a gray one with the yellow and red stripes.
Yeah, and it's marine layer.
It's marine layer. Okay.
Wow.
Brooke Shields. Oh, fuck.
Way
Sorry,
to
that was
jump-
abrupt.
That was really abrupt.
Well,
We have other stuff to talk about.
I'm
like-
sorry. I got nervous. I panicked because this was over.
Yeah, sure.
The whole thing about our sweatshirts.
Oh my
I
God.
really did it again.
You can call them sweaters. So today was the final day of my gift guide.
I loved your gift guide. I'm so glad you brought your gift guide up because who did we have on that I urged them to use your gift guide? It was
did.
another guy.
Oh, it was Brian Kloss.
Oh, Jesus.
He's a serious man, and we did talk about my gift guide for like 6 minutes.
Yeah, because I don't want to speak for guys because I could be singular in this feeling.
Sure.
But I know I'm not singular because every male in my group feels this way too. We are so bad. We're just bad at gift giving. We're bad at it.
I also know women who feel this way too.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm only going to speak. Well, I'll speak for women when I get to reproductive rights, but right now I'm just going to speak for men. I want to give somebody something really nice. I want that, but I cannot think of anything.
Yeah.
And then I went to your gift guide and I'm like, every one of these is awesome.
Thank you.
I have so many females in my life.
Mm-hmm.
I had this weird thing and I was like, how can I text you this? How can I get this out of you without you knowing?
You were going to buy me something from my gift
Exactly. I was like, is this in a weird way? Like, should I buy Monica everything on this list? Because is it everything she wants?
Did you?
No.
Okay, I think it was smart to not because these, especially for this gift guide, these are like tried and trues. I know they're good because I either have them
You
or
already
I
have
bought them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not going to recommend something I don't know personally.
Right. So I shouldn't get you anything on there. I wanted to get every one of those things thinking, well, this is what she likes. So, and she put it in the universe and let me reward her by putting it out in the universe.
Wow.
Look for my car guide coming soon.
Ferrari.
But it did cross my mind. And then I had to text you. Oh, spoiler alert for some of my friends.
Yeah.
I had to text you. Do you think people will feel disrespected that I bought them something from your gift guide because they'll know that's where I got the idea? Like, will it feel like I didn't think about them? Disingenuous.
No, I think
as satisfiers, there's
satisficers, maximizers.
yes,
Uh,
frequency illusion,
beta
attribution error.
Hellenic studies. No, because I know that person wants the.
Well, there's
wants the
several.
thing you bought. Wants all the things you bought.
I went crazy.
I know.
I kept
He
sending you
sending-
screen grabs of all the things I was buying. I really went berserk, and it took me a
Really
long
did.
time.
Yeah.
I like
shopping takes a while.
It does. I put it in my calendar. I was like, this isn't going to get done. Every day I think, fuck, I still haven't gotten shit.
I
Like,
was laughing so hard because, I have access to your calendar.
Yeah.
And I was looking to see what was going on that day. And I was like, Serious Christmas 1 to 4. That's what it said. I was like, he's doing something for Sirius Radio from 1 to 4 Christmas. And then I realized, oh no, you're just taking Christmas seriously from 1 to 4.
That's right. And I did. I came up into the attic by myself and I fucking got after it. I got to say, I've become so spoiled by Apple Pay. I just want to do a
too.
service announcement. Can we use Apple Pay on our website?
You can look into that.
Because I'm about to complain and probably we don't offer it. But Apple Pay makes buying stuff on the internet
I know.
so fucking easy that I have actually built a couple carts over the last couple months. Get to check out, they don't have Apple Pay. And I'm literally like, that's the barrier of entry I won't cross.
I've done it too because I don't know my credit card by heart. So
Sure.
I have to then go find it. And that sometimes is enough to stop me.
My big, first world problem is that I have 2 different addresses. So I have my address that I live at that I want the things shipped to my house. And then I have where my credit card goes to.
That's right.
As do you.
Yes.
So when you got to fill that out, it's 2 whole addresses. That's one too many for
Like at least 45 seconds of time.
me. I'm such a brat.
I know.
Can you believe that? And it'll actually prevent me from getting, like, I've wanted one of these wheelies, even though I'm a little nervous. They're kind of like, if I was younger, I would know you look like a dumbass on them.
Wait, why? What do you mean?
It's a single wheel with, like, imagine a skateboard, but in the middle of the skateboard, there's a large wheel, like this big, and it's electric.
Oh.
And they go like 20 miles an hour, and the range is like, I don't know, 20, 30 miles. And I'm like, oh, I could ride that to
kind of like a
places.
hovercraft?
Kind of like a hovercraft, but one wheel. It's called a wheelie. I've put it in a cart 3 different times. But Instagram knows I want it. They keep showing it to me. I keep building it. You can pick out the colors. And then I get to the page and I'm like, I'm not going to fill out all this shit for one because I think I might look stupid on it as well.
Is it the thing that the Millie has?
No, you don't know any. No one in our circle has one. You don't know people like I do.
Okay.
It's like a very extreme one-wheeled hoverboard, but it goes like 25 miles an hour.
Okay.
People are like, they put knobby tires on them. They're going on like mountain bike trails with them.
Oh.
They're jumping them. It looks fun. But also it looks like something that like dads do.
Oh,
So I'm a little nervous that I look stupid on it.
okay. Well, don't let that be a deterrent.
Well, mostly no, it's just Apple Pay. That's my big deterrent.
Okay. Okay, good. Good.
I'm trapped in my thing. I don't know if this is such a bratty thing to talk about or not.
Look, we're us.
I know, but I hate.
I like Amazon Pay a lot.
I'll use it when they don't have Apple Pay. I'm delighted if they have Amazon. It's a little harder. You got to put in your
There's
password.
a couple more.
I store my credit cards on my browser. So
Okay.
it just lets me select from there.
I know, but Rob, that's a little scary.
Are you afraid, Rob?
No.
Are you scared? No.
No.
Have you ever had your credit card stolen?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lots of times.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, no, I wonder
no
why.
reason to look further into that. Just the cost of doing business. I guess I store them all on my browser, and then every 2 months I get a
Gets
new card in the
stolen,
mail.
it's
What's the
fine.
problem? Nothing broken. Nothing to see here.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I hope Apple likes this endorsement because they probably didn't like my call out to them on my gift guide.
I don't think that's true. By the way, once you found out that I loved your gift guide, you were kind enough to throw me a nod.
I did.
Yeah, and
I
I
gave you
really
a whole
liked it. I felt
portion.
like I was, well, I texted you. I said, you're such a wonderful writer. I think you're such a skilled writer. And I want you to write, but that's a side note. I was reading it as if I had a magazine subscription. Like it transferred into like, this is a real thing and I'm buying everything off of it. And so then to see myself referenced in it was really
Oh, it was,
thrilling.
like,
It was like I was in
exciting.
Game of Thrones or something.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good.
So this gift guide to me was a rousing success. I don't know what everyone's expectations were, what your own personal expectations were, but I'm delighted from day 1 to day 7. And I
Thank
bought
you.
half of the shit on there.
Well, as you know, as we've talked about, and we don't need to go over this again. It was a rough start.
Rocky.
And then I stopped caring.
Yeah.
And I just enjoyed it.
That's what it should have been from the get-go, which
But
is
sometimes you have to
impossible.
learn the lesson.
You do.
Yeah.
You got to learn your lessons the hard
That's
way.
what Brooke Shields says. Ding, ding, ding.
Oh my God. She said that
Well,
from her
I
first gift guide?
Yeah. What?
Bill Gates' Christmas video.
Oh my God.
We almost didn't talk about it.
How could we have not talked about
If people haven't seen this, have you seen it, Rob?
I have not.
Oh my God. You got to go to Bill Gates'
Fuck.
Instagram. He made a Christmas video of
And
his
I'm
favorite books of
talking
the
one
year.
of the most well-produced videos I've seen. It looks like the beginning of a Muppets Christmas
I
episode.
think
Like he's in a.
Guillermo del Toro directed it.
No, he didn't.
No.
But he could have.
Oh my God. You are
I'm a
believing
dum-dum.
everything
Yeah,
today.
yeah. I believe you so much. Please don't lie to me. But he made this little video of him just cruising down a street.
A quaint, beautiful Christmas
It looked
tree.
like it was at Warner Brothers or something. It's a back lot. He's on a
Yeah.
back lot,
Yeah.
and they've dressed all the stores he's going to stroll past. I think there's a snow machine.
Yeah.
There's a snow machine. Everyone's dressed up like caroling. It's beautiful. It's so enchanted. And he strolls and tells you about his favorite books. He spent a fortune to produce this.
And how much time? Like a lot.
That was a full day shoot for
Yeah.
sure. He had to memorize so many lines.
He did, yeah.
He was off book on like definitely 2 monologues, maybe 3. And the whole time I'm like, why is he doing this? Out of the love of his heart for these books. Because
Exactly.
yeah, part of me was like, these publishers better pay for the production of this because their book sales are going to go up. And then
doesn't
you
have
remember he doesn't need any
That's
money.
right.
So I hope they do something for him.
Well, they'll probably just say thank you.
Is that enough?
Yeah.
After what he did, hired a film crew, a production designer, a director, a writer.
I know. He did do so much, but that's because he loves books. You know, last year I am a little upset because this year we were taken off whatever gift list. I know. Last year he sent us a stack of his favorite books of the year. He sent us the books.
But we had just done his thing, hadn't
Well,
we?
probably, but
We need to do something more for him.
okay.
Those are thank
Should we make a
yous.
video for him that's equally as produced and
Yeah.
it can be about our favorite
Thoughts of him?
yeah, or like a gift guide specific. That's mainly my new thing now.
Yeah, I
so
guess
that's
you're
all I
kind of
have to
locked into
offer.
the
Yeah,
gift guide
yeah.
genre. That's fine. Keep exploring it until you've
Okay. Exhausted
chartered
it?
new ground. And anyways, watch that video. It's so adorable. Oh
He's so cute. He's just so cute.
I have an update on our web store.
Oh,
You can do Apple Pay if you're on Safari.
Oh, you can.
Okay, great.
I just turned it
God.
on. So
Oh, okay. Now you can. Okay, great.
Oh, this is great news.
Oh my God. I'm
now
glad
we
this
have
came
Apple
up.
Pay.
Real time
Now
adjustment.
for the sweaters, sweatshirts, you can use Apple Pay. Wow.
What timing?
These are going to go, these now because of Apple Pay,
They're
these
gone.
sweaters are gone. They're gone.
Don't even go to our website. Forget that earlier thing I said.
Anyway, so Brooke,
Brooke Shields.
my regret,
Oh,
my big regret is, well, we had Brooke on a Saturday, which was fun. Saturday night.
ooh.
Dark in the attic.
Ooh.
We then, like 2 days later, decided to have Bradley on, but we had to turn that over very quickly.
Yes.
But this episode
Was right before.
is Bradley heavy, and it was before we had him on.
I know.
So now it might
That's gonna
sound
seem
odd.
bizarre.
I know. Well, Sim, obviously.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it's a little mess up, Sim, because
It is. They got the chronology wrong.
That's
It's like Y2K. Something in the computer thought it was, yeah,
Yeah.
that happens.
Maybe my dad, you know what? It was probably the day he got his booster. He wasn't feeling great.
Oh, okay. So in your world, in your opinion, your dad's the architect of the sim? I think he's just the client who paid for
Oh,
this
right.
sim. Yeah, yeah.
But
Do we need him alert all the time?
I think his
Okay.
health has to do with.
Oh, Jesus.
You don't think so?
Are you saying when your father passes, we're all passing?
He's never gonna.
It never crossed my mind, but of course that's what's going to happen.
I mean, yeah.
when Neo unplugs, the Matrix stops.
Oh, my God.
Exactly. Oh my God, this reminds me. This is so funny. My dad said that there was a girl at work
Oh, yeah.
who came up to him. It was like, I guess, a younger girl, and was just staring at my dad
Oh,
in his cube.
Oh, my God.
And he was like, "Is everything okay? What's
Yeah.
going on?"
was
She said, "Are you Monica's dad?" But they know each other. Like they've worked together.
Okay.
But she just didn't maybe put last names together. Or so, I don't know. She didn't know. But someone must have then told her, like, oh.
Yeah.
And she said, "Are you Monica's
Ashoka's
dad?"
Monica's dad.
Yeah. And he said, "Oh, yeah." And, and she was like, she freaked out.
Oh, my
And she
gosh.
said, like, we talk about you, like her and her boyfriend or something.
Oh, my
like
goodness.
if something's going on in their world that's like messed up or good, they'll be like, "Oh, Monica's dad,"
They didn't realize she worked with the, oh, my God.
which is even more sim for her. My
Totally.
God.
Yes. What are the odds she works with the fucking, yes.
Sim.
The guy funding this whole sim.
Exactly. Yeah. So
I guess he's more of the Oz in this scenario. I don't know what he is. Is he the great and powerful Oz?
I don't want to overthink him
Okay, let's not.
because he is my dad still.
Yeah, we love him so much.
Okay. Brooke.
Brooke.
I don't remember if we were ABR at this point or not, but she pointed out my baby eyebrows.
Yep.
And
she did.
it was one of my best compliments I've ever received because she's the
Eyebrow queen.
icon of eyebrows. She's the
Icon.
EYECON.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's a good name for an island. Did I already come up with that? Icon?
I don't think maybe. Did
That's
you?
a good name for a pharmaceutical, for a makeup eyewear company. Jesus Christ.
Oh
eyewear.
my God. Makeup? You mean like
Eyeshadow.
mascara? Oh.
Eye makeup. Eye accoutrement.
Wait, accoutrement is kind of fun.
Oh,
too.
eye accoutrement.
Oh, boy. Okay.
iCarly? If I were named Carly and I were famous, I would do EYE Carly.
It's a TV show already.
Duh. That's the
what
reference.
he's doing.
But the show isn't EYE Carly, it's iCarly.
Okay. You know iCarly, that just goes to show the kids' ages.
What? No. I don't know it from my kids.
Oh.
I know it from the zeitgeist.
You do?
Yes. Because my little sister's name is Carly.
Right.
So anytime there's a popular Carly something, I'm going to log it.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's nice.
Well, first I had to ask my sister, is there a story about you on TV?
Oh, sure.
And it wasn't her.
Because that's the way your brain thinks.
Yeah, it must be Carly. The one I know.
Okay. What was Carrie's character's name in Princess Bride? Wesley.
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 Of course, Wesley. And Buttercup.
Barbara Walters' interview. I was going to play it. Should I?
Sure.
What are your measurements?
What are your
I'm
measurements?
5'10" and 120. I think when people see you, they don't realize how tall and slim you are. Let me stand up with you, because I'm 5'5" and I'm wearing high heels. Okay.
So she's making her do a twirl around, basically.
So stand, because we haven't really seen you standing next to someone.
We need to see you standing.
Very hard when you got a little kid this size to keep her down to size, isn't it?
My dad's really tall too.
Your dad is 6'7". Would you be a mother like your mother?
I think so, yes. I mean, I think I've learned from my mom, yeah.
But what about the people who say she had no childhood? And accuse you. You took away her childhood.
But I'm still going through my childhood, so I can't say that I didn't.
Sitting here like this is going through your childhood?
Well, I'd rather do this than not do it at all.
Stay home and watch TV.
I mean, I enjoy this, and I think that it's an experience that I would not like to miss.
Do you have any secrets from your mother?
No, we really tell each other everything. I mean, I think that probably as I'm getting older, there are just certain little things that I might just not want to tell. I mean, there haven't been anything that we tell each other just everything that I feel I should tell her.
Huh.
That wasn't the part I watched, but
It wasn't?
no, she gets into the like, have you had sex and blah blah blah, a bunch of shit that's none of her
Really?
business.
Barbara Walters
Yeah,
did?
yeah. Because the ad is so sexy.
Well, yeah.
When I was watching it, I was like, in some weird way, I can't even believe that was allowed on TV in the 80s. Like in some weird way, we were more sexual, I guess, just concerning children.
Yeah.
Like what I didn't bring up on this thing, and I didn't want to make her feel really uncomfortable, but she posed for nude photos at 10 years old with her mother's permission, and then the person sold those to Playboy, and there was this whole lawsuit, but
She was
Playboy was
10?
buying them. Yes, they were 10. She was 10.
But that's illegal.
Well, now it is, but I think like in the early 80s, that was somehow, that's what I was like really
Whoa.
going like, oh, wow, it was way different. We didn't get really protective of kids for
Yeah.
a while. Look at Blue Lagoon. Like she's like 13 in that, and it's all about these two, and there's a body double and there's nudity.
Yeah.
And you as the viewer think you're seeing a 13-year-old, even though it's presumably an 18-year-old doing the body double stuff. But
I think
so
that's
weird.
the difference is because she looked older, then people just excused it. Now you would not be able to.
yeah, there was
do
this
that.
like, I feel like when I was growing up, there was this notion that like, oh, well, she's so mature.
Exactly. Which
And
is
now we're like,
crazy.
you can't be that mature.
Yeah.
Your brain isn't formed.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Eh.
But it did, oh God, this is very dangerous. In no way excusing it. I'm repulsed by it. But it definitely became a weird context to then think about the Polanski thing. Where I was like, oh my God, society was way different back then. Like the main sex symbol for Calvin Klein was 14 years old. Like that's that's a weird reality to confront.
Yeah. But he was having sex with them, right?
He had sex with
They're like a young
a
girl.
young girl
Yeah.
at a party in a hot tub, everyone on drugs and drunk.
Oy, oy, oy. It's not good.
It's terrible.
Yeah.
But when I see that the commercial that was playing on the TV set before they went out to the hot tub
Yeah.
was probably telling the young girl something subliminally and telling everyone something weirdly subliminally.
Yeah, I know.
Like
Well,
somehow
that's
it's okay to sexualize preteens or teens. It's like on TV. I don't know. It's weird.
I mean, at the time, a lot of people, defended him.
Yeah, and I think some of them had bought into this notion that there were these like turbocharged, sexually mature teens.
Yeah.
I think, you know what, growing up in the 80s, I think I believed that.
Really?
Yeah. It's weird because I knew girls that age that were having sex, and I knew girls that age that were partying. And then so I had to go like, they already have sex. Now they've had sex with an older person. That's weird, but at the time you're like, well, they're having sex. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, it's again, we're not asking the kids to know the difference. We're asking
Correct.
the adults to know the difference.
Yes. But I think they served up this convenient fantasy that somehow there were these people that were just born mature sexually and advanced. And it's so weird.
just crazy.
I wonder if, I have to assume everyone, when they're 46, look back on their childhood and there's like some things. I just am wondering like if my parents had any awareness at 46 of how bizarre the 50s were to grow up in.
Yeah. I think so. I mean, that's what we do. We're evolving and we're looking back, and this is going to look weird. I don't know. I
Well,
mean,
the reason I think they might not have is there wasn't a treasure trove of all this media. They couldn't see media from their childhood. They couldn't go on YouTube and watch an interview from the 1950s. Like I can go on and watch Barbara Walters. Like
all right.
I can revisit the things I was absorbing at that age, and I don't have no memory of it. Like I don't have a memory of. I don't look back and think like, God, we sexualized children back then in a crazy way, and we and older men asked 16-year-olds if they were virgins on TV, and that was fine. I don't think that was my childhood, but every time I visit this media, I'm like, oh my God, it was my childhood.
Yeah.
So I think that part's got to be new to be able to view the media that you did as a kid.
No, that's true. You're right. Like, I guess it's easier to be objective later.
Yeah. Like all the people would have been dealing with is their memories of that time. And if I were only dealing with my memories of that time, I wouldn't have come to this realization.
Yeah, I think that's true.
It's interesting. I wonder if hopefully it'll be ultimately productive. Like it probably will accelerate the good change we need.
Progress.
Yeah. It's so weird. I think a lot of these, like the fear people have about getting canceled and can anything be said and can people be funny and can all these things.
Mm-hmm.
I think what it's really just going to end up requiring is that you delineate between the nuances of all these things. Is like, oh, no, you can still be sexual. You can still tell sexual jokes. You can make observations. There's all these things, but do they funnel into a broader global misogyny?
Mm-hmm.
Do they funnel into global racism?
How much harm are they doing?
Yeah, yeah.
A lot to think about over the holidays.
I urge everyone to go back and watch some media from their childhood and see if they watch like a monologue from when you were 9 years old.
Now if you watch any, again, holidays, like you'll watch old movies and then it's so hard to watch anything old.
Oh, in my own career, I've done many things that I wouldn't currently do. I do an Indian accent, as you know.
Oh,
Great
I know.
regret. Remember I had to tell you that at some point? I'm like, I need to tell you something.
What do you mean?
Do you remember this? When I told you I needed to tell you that I had done it.
I don't remember that.
Yeah, I told you like I need you to know I did it in a movie, and I didn't think one bit about it. I thought, am I doing this accent well?
Yeah.
Selfishly, that's all I thought about.
But that's okay.
Well,
I mean,
it's a bummer.
I mean, yeah, you wouldn't do it now.
I wouldn't do it now.
And that's
well for a lot of money. How much money would you be mad if I?
How much are you
going
to give me of the money?
Yeah, half.
Half? Okay.
$100?
Half you could do it for.
This is kind of similar to the how much would I drink a beer in a commercial for question from Eric.
Half you could do it for $50 million.
Okay.
And I'd take 25.
Yeah.
And I'd give half of mine
to your rich Indian family.
It's all the Indians I know. Just my mom and dad and brother.
Mindy,
No, you
you
can't
shoot
do
Mindy
it.
a
You
couple
can't do
million.
it.
She needs it.
Can't do it.
Can't do it. It's not worth it.
Not worth it. Happy holidays. I love
From
you.
us and ours to you and yours. Happy holidays. All right, love you
All right,
guys.
bye, love you.